Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. So I go so the remix.
EMB, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us in your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty. What's worth of a lady? It's nice, but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. Within took a long fine eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. It was right at the bus station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so tough. I felt the sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, a killing thigh. I found me a beautiful girl.
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe. Shaped like a cocoa bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty. I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk, she must be from a planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger, we look good together. Take your place in my heart with your beauty. I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
So the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. If you touch as a breeze at night, all I really want in my life. Oh yeah, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing thigh. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl. What beautiful girl? Yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look. Beautiful. I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time, I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace of her presents and gifts, call me Santa Claus. I make her heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me ass and culture, I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'ma go get her. Since I'm a go getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing thigh.
that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. What's going on? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm not sure what's going on with this thing. Why did it go dead? I hope you guys had a good Christmas. Let's see. I hope you guys had a good Christmas. Welcome back to Men of Prestige. This is Ola. My name is Ola. I'm coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. I'm still in my relaxed mode. I'm still trying to get myself together. Wait, what's going on here? Jesus. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Let me make sure. Hold on. Just give me 1 second, okay? I'll keep talking. Welcome back. As you're coming in, do me a favor. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. Yep. Turn up your notifications. Okay, I don't know. Maybe. All right. I think we should be fine now. Let's see. All right. I updated some of my apps, so maybe that's what's going on. D-Love, how far are you there? Good to see you. Hope everybody is doing well. Okay. Like I said, this is Men of Prestige. Let's do some house rules. Relax. We're not going to be over time today. We're going to keep it very short, sweet, to the point. We're going to continue the Emeka Ike story, Emeka's Ike story. But we're also going to cover some news around Simone Biles. I think it's pronounced Simone Biles. I'm not sure. Okay. But apparently they updated this thing that I couldn't. All right. So it's good to know. Everything is still doing well. Let's see. All right, we're going to talk about EDOCHIE. We're going to talk about Uche Ebere, some auntie actress like that. But we're going to cover some stories. All right. Let's see. Who else is here? I see Key Pearls is here. Compliments of the season to you. Welcome. Good to see you. All right. So shout out to all my sponsors: More Fresh, Richie, Life with Natu, Adesua, Film Girl, Tima, Show Mama, Grace Corner, and of course D-Love. We're looking for today's sponsor. If you can sponsor today's show, that would be awesome. Our goal this month was $200, and we have done $307.36 thus far, up from the last show, $228.87. You can sponsor any of our shows, even if you're watching a replay, for as low as 99 cents. Everything adds up. It goes a long way to keep the platform afloat. And like I said, make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe, and turn up your notifications as you're coming in. And basically what we do here is talk about relationships. We use trendy topics to extract relationship-based lessons, particularly from a standpoint of self, power, social, seduction, attraction, and emotional intelligence standpoint. We try our best to stay away from anything black and white, judgmental. It's either you're right, you're wrong, or taking sides. We generally try not to do that. With that being said, I can come off that way, especially if I am disagreeing with the side. If it seems like I'm disagreeing with the side you've decided to pick, I might come off as some, But we're in the middle of a pre-launch. We're 4 days away from the brand new book, Number One Red Flag. Okay, brand new book, Number One Red Flag, and the one non-negotiable red flag when it comes to choosing a romantic partner. Okay, but you can download this right now for free, and that will get you on the waiting list for this as well. You can download this for free right now at loveandprestige.com. This is 5 years old, as a matter of fact. This is a book written by myself. Both of them are written by myself and my wife, and by me and my wife, right? And This one is our testimony. This one is a testimony of a lot of stories that we've been being a part of over time, and you're gonna learn a lot from both books. Okay, you can download them for free at loveandprestige.com. They are also available in Kindle, paperback, hardcover like this, or audiobook. Okay, so they are available everywhere. All right, but welcome back. Oh my God, we're still talking about Emeka Ike. Can you believe it? Right? It's pronounced like Biles. Okay, so Simone Biles. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So, because I didn't really know who that person was. But it's going viral. There's a lot of people talking about it. It's trendy. And we can add our own little quota to that conversation. All right. Now, like I said, welcome. And I hope you had a good Christmas. And I wish all of us a brand new, beautiful, successful, thriving, peaceful new year. Okay, so in the next few days we'll be in the new year 2024. We have a lot of good things cooked up for you to help you with your relationships. Okay, so be on the lookout for next year. It's going to be huge. We're up to 4,400 subscribers now. We started about 2 years ago, so we're doing well. I was watching, there's a guy called Patrick Bet-David. I think he's set for, I forgot how many, but anyway, this is a journey. It takes a while, and what you get to say, you get to take the credit for being here on day one. And I'm excited about that you can be here later on and say, I was here on day one, So, but again, shout out to all the support, because it goes a long way to keep encouraging us. The longest period is the beginning, because it almost feels extremely slow. But when I look in the chat and I see 23 people watching live, at one point it was one person. Shout out to Just Jay. Shout out to some of my other brothers that used to be here day one. It used to be 1-2 people, sometimes it's 0. I just talk to myself. So we've come a long way. So shout out to all of you, all 20 of you watching me live right now. I appreciate you. Okay, and if you're brand new here, like I said, we're doing some great work here, and you're helping me. Okay, I'm not having this conversation by myself. I need smoke, I need pushback, I need your insights. It doesn't have to be disagreement, it could just be additional context. I've always needed that to continue to shape some of the conversations we're having. Okay, so I just want you to know that you're highly appreciated for being here. All right, with that being said, I'll be right back. Let's get into it.
Beautiful girl, sparkling night, killing time. I find a beautiful girl.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right. Welcome back. So let's talk about. Let me see here. Let's talk about Simone Biles, right? Simone Biles. Now, believe it or not, when my wife and I were doing the show a few days ago, we're doing the How We Met episode, right? Somebody said something and did this kind of comparison to Simone. I think I said Biles or BILES, or I didn't get what they were talking about, but somebody was trying to reference some kind of analogy. I didn't get it. But over the past 2 days, I've been seeing that name everywhere. And I'm like wondering what is going on. Because even the folks in the manosphere, they've been talking about that as well, But when I started to listen to some of the conversations, I was like, oh no, we have to chime in on this. I was like, oh no, we got to chime out on this. We have to talk about this because, everybody's going to have an opinion, just like I do. Opinions are like the opinions are like the asshole. Everybody has one, right? So it's okay. So I let people be the judge if what I'm saying aligns with their thought, or maybe they gain a little bit of extra insight. You know, we take it from there. But this is Simone and this young man here. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Okay, so she's a gymnast. Not gymnasium, okay, but she's in gymnastics. She's an athlete in gymnastics. Both of them actually, I think, is an NFL player as well. And I'm just gonna go ahead and go through some of this and show you what they're talking about before we go on forward. But before I do that, pardon my manners. I beg. Pardon my manners. So let me come to the chat for a second. All right, Natu, how far? Okay, not today here. I just noticed that. Oh, it was you, Natu. Okay, it was you. I saw it. I was like, what is she talking about? A gymnast. That's what they call it? A gymnast? Oh, okay. Olympic level gymnast. Gotcha. All right. So, but they're talking about their relationship. I think they just got married too, some few days back, you know. But it's about relationships and it's popular, so we must talk about it. So, this on Yahoo Entertainment says Simone Biles supports husband Jonathan Owens after he claims he's the catch in their relationship. He's the catch. He said he's the catch. You want to say that with Indomie generation, it's another opportunity for the gender warriors to come out of the woodworks. You know it. Shout out to you, Paula. Welcome, Paula. Welcome, Key. Welcome, Priscilla. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. All right. So Simone Biles is standing by her husband, Jonathan Owens, after he received backlash for a comment that he made about the relationship on the Pivot podcast on December 20th. And I quote, "Are y'all done yet?" Sounds like baby on the Breakfast Club. Anyway, Simone, 26, she's 26 years old, wrote on Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, on Saturday, December 23, along with a photo of a child looking confused. While she didn't address the controversy directly, her post came following days of online chatter about what Jonathan, who is 28 years old, said during the interview. When asked how he was able to pull Simone Biles, the NFL star said that Simone was the one to pull him. Okay, all right. So I see how the analogy will come in. Like, who was the catch? Who was the person? I get it. Okay. When she won the Olympics, I was in college. That's him. And I quote, "When she won the Olympics, I was in college and we didn't have NBC." He claimed, "We didn't have Olympics channel and we were in training camp in late July, early August. So I'm not paying attention." That makes sense to me. I never would have had a moment where I would have watched her. All right. One of the podcast hosts then asked the Green Bay Packers, where is Green Bay? What city is that? The Green Bay Packers safety if he considered himself the catch in the relationship. And then I quote, he says, "I always say that the men are the catch." He responded. The two first met after matching on a dating app. Okay, she messaged him first. So dating apps do work. We know from this story that at least it can get you to getting married. Everything else after that is not guaranteed. Well, life is not guaranteed, right? Jonathan was slammed for claiming to not know who the most decorated gymnast of all time was. He was also mocked for claiming to be more of a catch than the Olympian. Yeah, the gender warriors came out of nowhere to mock him. How dare you? You're the catch. So I'm wondering, what would be the alternative if it wasn't a catch? Right? What would be the alternative? Anyway, let's continue. Meanwhile, Jonathan also responded to the online buzz by posting photos with Simone from their wedding on Instagram on December 21. Okay, so I don't think they got married December 21. He just posted photos. That's how I'm reading that. So I don't know when they got married. And then he puts, and I quote, "unbothered." He captioned the post, Just know we're locked in. We're locked in over here. That's good. Sounds good. Simone showed her support by commenting "for life," along with a kissing emoji and crossed fingers emoji. Monitoring spirit, because we can't tell. We don't know who is looking at us. She also posted the goofy wedding photo on her own page and wrote "mood" as the caption. Jonathan also reposted someone else's message of support on his Instagram story. Buddy spent the majority of his interview talking about how, and I quote, Buddy spent the majority of his interview talking about how instrumental Simone was in his success and how she spoke life into him, how individual joint and premarital therapy helped them both, how rough it was watching her not feel herself at the last Olympics. The post read, "He's never caused an issue on social media, zero clout chasing, and all y'all heard was catch. Gender warriors are weirdos." Okay, that's all they can hear is anything that they can, So even when they try, they can't help it. They will just flip to the extreme other end. They don't know how to just look at a case for what it is, right? Simone and Jonathan met on Raya in 2020, and he popped the question less than 2 years later in February 2022. The lovebirds got married in a courthouse in April, followed by a second wedding in Mexico May. That sounds like the perfect situation. Courthouse, seal the deal, and let's go have a good time in Mexico, as opposed to all of this Owambe noise that everybody is doing, which I think is going to become obsolete at some point. And somebody's going to be like, why do you want to squash our culture? Like, your culture is expensive, and a lot of people end up in trouble because of the financial, blah blah that comes after that. All right, so let me see here. It says Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens share a kiss on first Christmas together since getting married. Oh, it's a nice picture here. This is actually a very nice picture. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. Nobody's showing this kind of stuff anymore. Instead, they'll be listening to the part where maybe he said something that I can hold him accountable for. Gender warriors are always looking for ways to, let's hold somebody accountable for something. Anyway, that's them right there. It's nice. It's nice to see. All right. So here's what's the catch? The catch means who is the prize? Is the man the prize or the woman is the prize? What are your thoughts around this? Right? She was SA'd by the coach Larry Nassar. I will give her some empathy when it comes to her self-esteem. How did self-esteem enter this conversation? I'm curious. Keepers, tell me, talk to me. That's crazy. As outside of course, the essay that you're talking about, sexual assault. Outside of that, right? Are you relating it with this particular story? Right? I agree that can tamper with your self-esteem. But what she said, a lot of people were calling her pygmies. The gender warriors were calling her the pygmy. Right? They were calling her the pygmy. You too, he shocked you.
He shocked you.
Right. All right. So I guess that's where the self-esteem thing is coming in. Right. And then somebody that he retweeted that was saying she spoke life into him. This was him giving praise to her, right? To Simone. This was Jonathan giving praise to Simone, right? But you remember, they hold on to the catch. This is limited information. I'm just reading what Yahoo Entertainment put out there. But welcome, Mo Fresh. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh God, Jonathan sounds like a junior Samuel Light, though. You mean with the statement? So here's the thing. We got to look at things holistically. We got to look at things holistically, right? And again, I have limited information. I didn't know those guys before, so I didn't know both of them before. Because I don't watch sports. Right? But let's talk about it, right, Isha? Really quickly. So maybe, right? But generally speaking, somebody who is toxic from a Kevin Samuel follower rhetoric, also generally they're not gonna give that woman that praise, right? They won't get to a place where they are saying she spoke life into me or anything like that, you know. And some might say, oh, they got married. I don't know enough about them, but maybe you guys know more, you know. But from the little I've seen, I don't really see what the issues are, you know. But the question is that are men the catch, the prize, or the women? That's the question that gender warriors want to answer. They can't wait till it must be one or the other, right? Shout out to all of you watching me in the back end. Yes, we're going to be talking about EmekaIke. I know you came here for that. I know you. Pay attention. I know. You know, we'll get there in a second. Adebusola, shout out to you. She says, no, it was the host that mocked him first. He's an undrafted free agent NFL player. So the hosts were dragging him, right? So why? Because it was the catch? You're the catch, huh? Okay. Are the hosts women of the Pivot podcast? Are they women? Because I didn't see it. I'm just looking at the news. I'm just wondering, like, why is Simone Biles trending, you know? And I said, let's come and talk about it together. I believe me have known her. However, I'm giving him side-eye for the way he answered the catch question. It sounded like a put down, but maybe that's his sense of humor. Yeah, if he's in the same breath on the same conversation, right? If inside of the same conversation, he was also saying things like, let me go back to the quote here. Let's see here. If okay, somebody said Buddy spent the majority of his interview talking about how instrumental Simone was in his success. That has a lot more weight for me, my interpretation, than, oh, I'm the catch. And you're right. If somebody said that in the same breath, they say I'm the catch, that's humor. That's just like, relax. It's not that deep. Jesus Christ. Can a man feel like the catch for a second while with chocolate smile and it's okay, you could drag me, right? Because I'm bothered. We know what we got over here. We're secure over here, right? Remember that? So from everything I can see right now, it just sounds to me like, hey, it's a great opportunity to trend. Why not? Since gender warriors will catch on to it. They say, hey. And D-Love is not a gender warrior. We know that. We know that. Yeah. If that statement isolated by itself would be a put down, which is a self put down. If a man is walking around town talking about he's the price, and he means that, and his rhetoric follows that same lane, and is basically saying, no, I'm the catch, and you tend to hear that from him all the time, that's a man who lacks self-respect. Yes, I said it. That's a man who lacks self-respect. Okay? And it's only a matter of time before she mimics that. She will lose respect for him. Even if she's coming from the Kevin Samuel camp. Just give them time. Okay? The real life, the true colors will show at some point. That's the way it works. Speaking life into someone is not a praise at MOP. Yeah, I don't know. You might have misinterpreted me. You know, speaking life into someone, I don't know how to argue that. Speaking life into somebody is not praise. What is it? Correct me. Let's use your word. When my wife is speaking life into me, that's something that edifies me. That makes me feel edified. That may be even a deeper conversation entirely, right? That makes me feel valid. It makes me feel like, that's all mine right there, right? So maybe not exactly praise. Excuse my choice of words. But I think what I'm trying to say is that uplifting, like a person that, if I'm highlighting that you spoke life into me, I'm not praising you, but I'm neither am I putting you down though, you know. If she's missing some so-called red flags, it can be one of those situations where he has convinced his or her safe place. If she's convinced, as long as that translates to her actual real feelings and she feels safe with him, I think she's winning. What says you? I think she's winning. Not only that, more importantly, I think he's winning as the catch, right? What do you say, right? You should be your spouse's catch. Keep hers. Exactly, right? Like, why would I want to be opposite of not being a catch? Why does that have to negate that she's the catch as well, right? What did they have to be mutually exclusive? I'm asking, all of us are in the Indomie generation, all of us. I'm just asking. You gotta be careful with our words, right? The hosts were men. Shout out to Fumi. This is where media training comes in. Don't visit just any podcast before you yab your own brand. That's a good word, But if it's all in positive light, I would say it's harmless. If it's a EmekaIke type of situation, and you have bitterness inside, yeah, absolutely. You better know what you're about to say, because all of it, even if that's not the intention, will come off as being used against you. And it's all your fault. Because if you're a public figure, you should know better. Exactly my sentiment. I want to give him a break because we don't know him, but I didn't like the way he said it. Was he smiling when he said it? Was he smiling, or was he like, I'm the catch? That's what's wrong with all these women. Was it like doing like something like that? Like, was it like these modern women? Not modern, but modern. Right? These modern women, right? That's the problem. That's what's wrong with these modern women these days, right? Is that what he was doing? Or was he, I think I found it. Let's just play the clip within the fair use guidelines. How about that? Right? Was that what he was doing, or he was all serious, or he was, I'm the catch? Or was he doing like this? Which one was it? All of it matter. Listen. See what I'm looking at right now? Oh, come on. How are you going to take this guy seriously? Ladies and gentlemen, this is his face when he was talking about it. Is that what we're looking at? Oh, come on now. You're really going to take what he said seriously? Before I play it, hold on 1 second. Oh, Barry. Exactly how much life has he spoken into her? Some people will want you to forget yourself and focus on them. Spousal jealousy is I think you guys are trying to pull my leg now at this point in time. And we have a EmekaIke story to cover.
Oh, beauty.
Come on now, why are you doing me like this now? So I can't say my wife spoke life into me 6 months into our relationship of ever meeting. It must be 20 years later before I can claim that. Is that what you're saying right now? For starters, the question was simple. How did you pull a Simone Biles? Instead of him answering the question, he flipped it. All right, let me see for myself. I'm watching it for the first time. I literally just searched as I'm talking to you. But let's see. Now, wow.
How in the hell did you pull Simone Biles?
Really, how she
Wait. Not the smile on her face in that moment, too. Did you see the smile on her face in that moment?
Did you pull Simone Biles?
Really, how she pulled me, man.
That looked like a very happy person. Hey, we don't know. It's just a moment, right? All right. And he said, seem like she pulled me, man. Is that what I just heard?
How she pulled me, man. That's the question. Man.
Pull Simone Biles.
Really, how she pulled me, man. That's the question. Man.
Lord.
Simone Biles.
That does not look like a typical Kevin Samuel follower. At least not that moment. Okay, at least not that moment. Okay. Oh, maybe it's the self-esteem that's affected. She's just looking up to him. She's been abused. Somebody blink twice, Simone. Blink if you need help. Blink help. Is that what we're doing here with this story? Indomie generation. Why don't I do like this now?
Husband Jonathan Owens
It's a still photo.
says he's the catch in their relationship and admits when they first started dating, he had never heard of the
She's 26, he's 28. They're like literally almost the same age. No, there's no grooming going on. Sorry. No.
four-time Olympic
We don't know. I'm just saying from what we can see, right?
gold medalist.
It's something you don't want to miss.
The newlyweds, who tied the knot back in April, recently sat down for a chat on the pivot.
Oh, she's giggling heavy. Maybe you guys have a point. She is good. She's almost rolling her eyes backwards. Oh my God. Is this why? Is this the moment where you saw blink twice if you need help? Blink twice, Simone. Do you need some help? Is this the moment right here? Wait, Keeper said he was insinuating she pursued him a bit harder. Oga needs to learn how to code some things to protect the household storyteller. All right. Let me, I can take that in, you know.
Podcast and reflected on how they first met after Simone popped up on a dating app back in 2020.
Let me see who this is. Gymnastics. I ain't never, I never really paid attention to gymnastics, so it piqued my curiosity,
While it seems unlikely or even impossible that the Green Bay Packers safety had never heard of Simone, he tried his best to explain how the Olympic hero managed to fly under his radar.
When she won the Olympics, I was in college, and
Wait, why are those guys laughing? Why are they laughing? Are they laughing at him or laughing with him, right?
Didn't have NBC, we didn't have Olympic channels, and we're in camp. Like,
Baba don't do shalaye. Baba don't do shalaye. Oh, maybe they have a point to
explain because no evidence.
Late July, early August, so I'm not paying attention to, so I never would have had a moment to where I would have watched like.
And the pro football player shared how he
Oh no, now I'm seeing more context. This is come on, man.
felt after she first messaged him.
But
I
she
didn't know who
seems
she was
happy.
at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she got to be good.
Wait, what? She gotta be good because she got a bunch of followers? Oh, like she's not after your money?
They connected. Jonathan says things took off fast. Simone driving 45 minutes to visit
I
him
think you guys are reading too much into the energy in these photos. These are still photos now. These are still photos.
in Houston, and the rest is history.
I guess sharing it is just a part of my story.
So you was really the catch in...
I always say we, the men, the catch, man. I always say we the catch, man.
Yeah, so she really booked you.
She did, though.
Is what you're saying.
Because I was fighting it. I was afraid to commit.
He said he was fighting it.
But, like I said, man, it happened when you least expect it.
It wasn't until they started stepping out together that Jonathan realized
Not the Fendi outfit. No, Jesus help me. Oh no. If I see this again, I will use Jesus Christ.
just how famous and beloved his leading lady is.
There was all these moms and, they're there with their kids, and we walked past and everybody stopped and just, kids are like shaking and it was like, oh my God. And I'm like,
To me, I'm just Simone, so I'm like, how do these people even know who I am? But it's also cool that they recognize the talent that Team USA brought.
Jonathan
She's so
popped the
cute.
question on Valentine's Day 2022, and the couple said I do in April in a private city hall ceremony in
They
Texas.
got married.
Stop, I can't. You guys can make me blush.
They
Jeez, tickly blushy, can't make me blush. Oh, is that daddy right there? Oh.
later tied the knot for a second time in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico in May, in front of 144 guests, including their wedding party of 8 bridesmaids and 7 groomsmen. And in the months since, Simone has frequently been spotted giving her man a supportive kiss before his games.
All right, these people seem like they're not complaining. I have to go with what I see.
Oh, love it. Let's do that.
After the podcast went live, Jonathan faced some backlash over his "the catch" comment.
So you was really the catch in...
I always say we, the men, the catch, man. I always say we the catch, man.
Yeah, so she really booked you.
She did, though.
But he's seemingly sticking by it, subtly addressing the criticism with an IG post. Unbothered. Just know we locked in over here.
Just know we're locked in over here. Let me come to the chat because it looks like this is no wonder the topic is hot. No wonder, right? Indomie generation o Jesu obaye. We too good to go sọ́gbọ́n tó lè dá, kò sí wa tó lè wù, kò sọ́nà tó lè mọ̀, tó fi rí táyé lọ́rùn o. Anyway, Dilo says keep playing it, MOP. He went further to explain, yeah, the shalaye, If it was me and somebody asked me, how the hell, what's the question again? Let me go back to the beginning.
How in the hell
How
did
in
you
the
pull
hell
Simone by?
did you pull Lola? My answer will be short and sweet. What? Have you seen her? Never mind. You could book a class. We could talk about that. If you really want to make it fun and you leave it at that, we got to move on into the rest of the conversation about my career. That's what I would do, especially if she happened to have toasted me. Yeah, there's ways that I will say that it won't come off in a way that I will now put myself in a corner where I need to do explanation or mansplaination. Yeah. So, but either way, they seem happy. I don't see what the. Yeah, it's still not that deep. Sorry. I'm sorry. MOP listens to the statement he made reading to the viral. Okay, yeah, I covered that already. He was bigging up himself and alluding to the idea that she did. It's the Shalaye zone. It's the Shalaye zone. But I don't think he was bigging himself up without bigging her up. That didn't come off that way to me. Shout out to Brother Ben. Good to see you. It seemed like a young man too. So I don't know. Maybe he was caught off guard with that question. You know. My love, but my pressure, bro. My pressure. My pleasure, not pressure. He said if he never paid attention to gymnastics, whereas there is a whole receipt on his Twitter page tweeting about gymnastics. Wahala. I think he's saying back then. What is he still in college or something? Is he still in high school or something? He seems young. Oh, he's 28. That man is 28, right? Oh Lord, I don't know. I don't think it's that deep. Oh my God. One of those podcasts has made problematic coloring statements. They set up Simone. Oh, I've never seen them before. I'll pay attention to them now. The Pivot, right? Are they sports only? The Simone better call her lawyer and get a prenup. Wala. Not to say dude is lying. Anyways, let me do bro code. But Ben says this Gen Z needs to know that not all info is for public consumption. You gotta take it easy. Okay, I'll be honest. Okay, what? Of course, I'm always honest. I'm being honest. Just my feelings. My feelings did change a little bit watching that video. And but she's 26. She's not a baby. She knows what she has, you know. And but I guess, you know, I'm glad that, more importantly, I'm glad that they're able to handle the backlash with you know, with this statement right here. Unbothered. Just know we're locked in over here. I think that's the best answer they can give, because honestly, it's not about avoiding crisis in life, including publicity crisis. It's about how do you handle it. It's about how do you react to crisis, right? Without judging the crisis itself. Without, you can't judge the crisis. It doesn't make any sense. You can't be blaming social media. It doesn't make any sense. You can't turn around and blame your wife and kids when you're the one that opened the can of worms. You get it. You get it. You get it.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it. All
right. He's doing locker room talk now too. Please don't come for me. Oh. Wala. I didn't see that one. No bass boss. Men are natural hunters. Even if she did the chasing, if he truly valued their relationship, he should have focused more on how he did the catching. I agree. And that's why I'm looking at him like it seems like he's a young man, 28. At 28, you're a grown man. You need to learn how to do these things. You need to learn how to give answers. When you're in the public arena, in media, you need to learn how to give proper answers that won't tamper with your obsession with being right. I know you're telling the truth. Well, here's the thing. They handle this crisis well. What if they keep pounding on it? What if they keep bringing it up? Can you keep handling it? Because that question was also a form of crisis. Somebody threw you a question, how the hell? And they're like, I'm the catch, man. If you say, I'm the catch, man, of course. I'm just kidding. I mean, Simone is a beautiful girl, man. Of course. What do you think? Of course, you know. Right? Everybody would have forgotten about it. And the humor will still be in there. But at this point, once I start hearing the shalaye, I was like, this guy don't do shalaye. Yeah, he wasn't ready for this. Let's see. He needs to get media trained. He talks too much. I didn't know him before. He probably does. Like the rest of the Indomie generation, right? Even those ones that did it, they weren't aware, because EmekaIke is not Indomie generation, but yet, you know. But anyway, some people are here to hear what our opinions are about the EmekaIke. With that being said, let's leave Simone, Biles, and Jonathan alone for now. If we see them in the news again, if it's important, we'll cover it. But shout out to them. They seem happy. I'm happy for them. I'll be right back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, so there is a young lady on YouTube that I watch quite a bit, right? Because she covers kind of like similar story. Barrister Neze, right? Nezeville. And I like her content. I listen to her. I've seen her on other platforms before. Some other two ladies that are sisters. And I don't know how I stumbled to this, but you know, it's YouTube. You can stumble anyhow into anybody, you know. So, but basically, she released a 1 minute audio yesterday that I haven't seen anybody pushing anywhere, you know. And that 1 minute audio, I was like, wait, there's more to this, and I haven't seen anybody pushing it, you know. And I'm like, okay, that would be interesting, but I wanted to come here and play it so you guys can see what we're dealing with when it comes to EmekaIke, you know. EmekaIke is not about him personally. It's about all the Emekas out there. Not people named Emeka, but people that are relating more with Emeka here than, you know. In fact, I was just in a conversation before I came on, and a lot of people are completely disconnected from abuse as a thing in Nigeria. As a culture, they're disconnected from it, right? And if there's a favorite, another better word or something that we can use, because that time when we say abuse, it means you are just cursing somebody out. Like that person's abusing me, you're just cursing them out, right? And they didn't mean verbal abuse either. They just mean calling them names or trying to hit them below the belt with your words. It might not. They might be doing it to each other. They say they're abusing each other. That was how they used the word abuse. But abuse is obviously larger than that, and we need to start paying attention. As long as one person think or start to feel like they're being abused financially, verbally, physically, obviously, right, emotionally, we got to pay attention. Gentlemen especially, we got to pay attention, because you go do shalaye tired, you will lose your family, you know. And the reason will be, in fact, it will be your fault, okay? Because ignorance is not an excuse. Ignorance is not an excuse. If you see something if you see something that's confusing, as opposed to holding your feet to the ground and coconut heading it all the way out and say they're just all wrong, and we're talking about your family, right? Maybe it's a better idea to say, hey, something is off. Let me not worry about the semantics of what's off. Let me learn, because I'm confused. It's time to learn something new, right? But what we see people doing, and they'll cap. They'll say, hey, it's just internet. We're just having an opinion. This is exactly how you're going to handle your relationship if you get hit with crisis. These are your ideologies. This is how you think. This is your outlook on life. This is how you see things, okay? And some of us, we're just like you, but we're lucky to be on the other side. You might not be as lucky as I am. You might lose your family first, and then use extra coconut head before you realize that, wait, this thing is not working. And EmekaIke, from all indications, from what we've seen thus far, has been doing the coconut head thing for a minute, you know? And that's why we're going to talk about this. Yeah, EmekaIke is back to the stage. Shout out to all of you, all 76 of you watching me live. Let's keep talking. I only can address the person that's talking. I cannot make assumptions or take a quote-unquote witness, a weirdo witness out of nowhere because, oh, it was the wife who said that's my witness anyway. And the witness came out and said gibberish and lost his credibility. I can't take him seriously. I'll bet I'll rather use the words coming out of her mouth. She did say some things and we've been using those words that's coming out of her mouth, right? What I know, let me speak for myself. What I know is that I heard a lot more self-accountability, right, from her than him. I actually haven't heard any self-accountability from him. I haven't heard any till now, till this moment. It's been everybody else's fault but him. And by the way, including his own child. Let me play this audio for you. Shout out to Nesville. I got this from Nesville. She hasn't released she's just like a hell of a teaser video that she's coming out with. I'll be on the lookout for it. But let me play it.
They are using you as a force against me, and you're standing and you're telling me, this is what I will do. Michael, fuck you. It has just started, Michael. I'll crush Emma. I will trash Emma. Better remove yourself from that woman, or you will be crushed along. I have a son from Sierra Leone president's daughter. Former Sierra Leone president's daughter. If you don't know, and he's your age mate, so stop bragging, nigga. That's one that a prostitute's daughter made for me. That's what you are. Trailer, jam your head, bust them for road, make you dramatic. Shovel, scrape them for ground, go put them for dustbin. Don't write me again. Don't call me. I don't want to see you. Because when I come for you, you will shut to death.
Ele Yoda. Say what? Not the Indomie generation on the screen. Jesus Christ. And they start showing spaghetti. Is that spaghetti or Indomie? Wahala. Does that sound like Emeka Ike? That's allegedly him. I don't know if they doctored his voice. What y'all think? I don't know if they doctored his voice or not. Okay, I'm sure he might come out and say my voice was doctored. The Indomie generation Nigerians on the internet will say, do you know what happened before he said that? Do you know what happened? Our grandmas. Somebody was just telling me on Clubhouse. Our grandmas, they will say things and we say things to us. I said, they are all abusers. Are you not understanding that was all abusive behavior? Yeah, but everybody is becoming soft. You're right. But you go collect. You lose your family. If you don't start paying attention. See, this one is obvious. You can avoid it. You can say, hey, Indomie generation Timbo Abi. Okay, Atigbo Emabi, no? That's the easy one. You can say that and get away with it. It's the small, minute, minuscule, not so obvious, subconscious ones that you won't see coming if you don't get it together. Especially you gentlemen. If you don't get it together, this is gonna bite you in the butt. Do you want to hear it again? I haven't seen the video yet. Okay, apparently she might be working on it, but I haven't seen that audio being played anywhere. I'm not sure everybody knew that audio existed. They know the other one where it said jam truck 400. I'm telling you, hit that like button. I beg, hit that like button. Thank you. I appreciate all of you that's here. Madman witness. The guy who was calling himself a witness. We'll get to that in a second. Okay. But so I should go and be calling Emeka and asking like, I know you are innocent. Emeka, I know you are innocent. I know that boy upset you before you said that. Right, I know that boy upset you, and I know you want to. Can you tell us what was happening? They were manipulating you, right? I knew it. He said we're in our own emotions. No, that's not emotional. I know what it sounds like when a man don't collect shege from a woman and he doesn't know what to do with that, when he lacks the skills. Okay. Emma, I don't know if she's a victim, but that boy, from what I just listened to, is a victim. Abi, she can play again. We can play him again. That's a victim. Did you not hear it? That's what we call abuse from where we're growing up from now, Abi. At least verbal abuse. Can you agree to this is verbal abuse? Like, never mind what created it. These actions are his responsibility. In fact, who is reacting? We are the one reacting. And by the way, this reaction on this screen is my responsibility. The only thing is that he can't sue me, right? Because we have to sue Nezeville first, and then you sue the person that gave you the Nezeville, and then you now sue, maybe you come and sue your own family who released it into the public. This is the reality of how the world we live in works. It's not right and wrong. It's not black and white. Even in court, it's evidence-based. If you don't have evidence, even if it's truth. Did you not lose in court already? Even if it's truth, you don't get evidence. You go, shall I
explain, because no evidence. Sorry.
That's how the life we live in works. Do you understand? Let me play it one more time. This man, from what we just listened, I don't know if it's EmekaIke, that voice I just listened to is an abuser. Right? That's an abuser. Let's play it.
You as a force against me, and you're standing and you're telling me, this is what I will do. Michael, fuck you. That's just...
Did you not hear that part? Did you hear that part? Whatever made a man get to a place, all of us can agree that a man got to a place where he had to say F you to his own son. It doesn't look good. Okay? You can use any label you want. Is he mentally healed? He was frustrated. He was angry. All of that I agree with. But you have to first of all also admit that you mean that. And stop going back and forth and justifying it. Okay? Was he a frustrated man, angry at his son? Yes. So we're not disagreeing. Don't confuse yourself. Right? Was he a man who lost control of his family? Who lost respect from his own family, his own son? Yes. Can we agree on that? Can we start from that? Anyway, don't let me talk too much, because there's a lot that I want to cover here. And some backward people on the internet say Emma is teaching children hate and respect. So if you say that and you leave that voice note for a son of yours, are you not aware that you're actually teaching them? Okay, he's not aware. Are you not aware that what you just saw is still teaching them? The children, by the way, this is not a child. They learn from your behavior more than what you say. You didn't know that? Oh yeah, they do. They do. They do. Somebody says, is that a movie snippet? Me, I don't know. Let me play it for you again.
Started, Michael. I'll crush Emma. I will trash Emma. Better remove yourself from that woman, or you will be crushed along.
This guy thought it was acting. He probably didn't snap out of one of his characters. And then he goes on to say he has a son in Sierra Leone.
Son is from Sierra Leone, president's daughter.
I don't know. But this person sounds like Emeka Ike. I don't know if it's him. Uses his own mouth, say, he has a son with the president's daughter from Sierra Leone.
Former Sierra Leone president daughter. If you don't know, and he's your age mate, so stop.
And he's his age mate. I think this young man is about 22 or so. Some people say 19, 22. I don't know. Kini will make difference. This person will show you shege, will show you pepper. If you have a son like this person will show you pepper. Never mind the mother. You're concerned about the mother. Mother don't move on 10 years ago. All she said is that I feel like I'm still being abused in the media space. Right? But this boy I'm looking at, and it looks like him too. It's not shaggy, it's not physical or anything like that. Right? Just look at how much he's frustrated. We know for a fact that this boy, the very being of this boy, and has frustrated him now. Whatever, he's not listening to something, he's already frustrated. The reality is that this boy is already showing him shaggy, and he does not know what to do with it. All the Emekas in the world, one of your biggest issues is that you don't know how to look at your result and say, I don't know what I'm doing, I need help. And that's not a crime. The result I'm creating is not working, even though I use all the 1960 tactics that I learned from my father, our traditional cultural thing. It's not working. Can I at least agree with my reality that it's not working? That's one of the issues here. You can't see, like, okay, that right in my face. My son is dragging me woto on Tuesday. Maybe they manipulated him. Yes, whatever you want to call it, whatever the reason is, first of all, agree that you are collecting shege woto. According to Emeka Ike, he's been crying every day on and off for the past several days. I'll see if I can play that video before we finish this. Okay, this is another interview with some guy called Azu. Different from Robin Minds and TVC. All right, and then at this point he says,
so stop bragging, nigga.
So stop bragging, ninja. To his own son. No, it's not funny. But that is a man that does not know what he's doing. Can we agree to that? Yeah, but you should scold the son too. The son is not saying much. All he said is that he's dead to that man. It's not saying much. And the other thing he said is that if you're not taking my mother's side on this one, block me. What do you expect from me? Like, what are your expectations? Because again, one of the issues we talk about, one of the major things we talk about here is managing your expectations. What are your expectations when he was the one who was in sole custody of this boy for 10 years before their mother had them in the past 2 years? Right? If he had learned from the best. Right? I actually think you haven't seen the best of this boy yet if he continues. Okay, now obviously they might be different in personality, right, and temperament. But that boy, the other audio we heard was that boy threatening his father with the big S, ultimate S word, and the response that Emeka could give because he lacks skills. Life skills. It's not even relationship skills. Life skills. He lacks life skills. The only response he can give is to tell him to go and just jump under the truck. No, we're not shaming Emeka. We just this is what you and I were looking at this together. These are the reality you need to face first before you can face forward. Because if he doesn't agree with this reality, which a lot of people do, they're just disconnected from reality. If he doesn't, he's going to be telling himself lies. There's going to be enough people on the internet telling him lies. What they sound like? Well, I don't know if I really believe the woman. Everything the woman said aligned with what he said. Everything. There's nothing that she said except the part where she said nobody came to court to go and beg. That's the only time. That's the only point where she said that was all lies. And she did say he cooked up lies and all this kind of stuff. But in that interview, everything she said aligns. They lost a school.
That's one that a prostitute's daughter made for me. That's what you are.
That one that a prostitute daughter made for me. Wait, what is he talking about?
I have a son from Sierra Leonean president's daughter. Former Sierra Leonean president's daughter. If you don't know and he's your age mate, so stop bragging, nigga. That's one that a prostitute's daughter made for me. That's what you are.
That one that the prostitute daughter made for me. That's what you are. I didn't say it's Emeka that said it. It's allegedly. I don't know where this audio came from. You can be the judge if you want.
Trailer, jam your head, bust them for road, make a dramatic shovel, scrape them for ground, go put them for dustbin. Don't write me again. don't call me. I don't want to see you. Because when I come for you, pow!
Let's have some empathy for Emeka. This is a man who completely lost it. He was frustrated with his son. But he's ignorant to how to handle life crisis. And unfortunately, for a man who is more than 50 years old, especially a man who is more than 50 years old, that's not an excuse. We got to get it together now. Stop everything. Get it together now. It's okay to need help. Let's normalize needing help. Let's not normalize men jumping out into the internet street to talk anyhow in the name of they must speak up. No, wrong. You're wrong. If they should speak up, but it should be done within the controlled environment. Do you see? That's the hunger of a man. That's the hunger of a man who had bottled so much emotions in for so long. And then you say, just come and speak up. No, he's going to destroy everything he cares about with his own hands. Because of the monitoring spirit is not your mate.
You will shut to death.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, okay. I will stop playing that. Let me come to the chat for a second here. He can't try the BS with Western women. Once it comes to Niger women, their blood go day hot. Yeah, and it's not going to work much longer. It's going to get worse and worse, you know, because they have options now. And that's a good thing, because you need to empower yourself with better tactics and strategies to nurture your relationships. Those controlling, manipulative behavior, they never worked. They worked because the environment was conducive for it. The environment has changed. And nobody's taking your power away. You just need to learn actual power now for the first time. He's breathing like he was inhaling and exhaling hellfire. Emma is lucky not to be in the same house with Emma. Can you imagine them being in the same house? Can you imagine, gentlemen, you especially, can you imagine you getting that angry, you being in the same house with the woman who made you that angry? Is that what you want to be inside? Do you want to end up doing shalaye in that kind of scenario? Talking about, oh, she slapped first. How is that relevant to anything? That's not relevant. The moment you put the word first on it, the moment you put the word first, or you say something like the aggressor, you are in the wrong position. You don't have such luxury. And we're talking about your wife. You're talking about the first aggressor. That's stupid. We're talking about your wife. And you're worried about who was the first aggressor is. You're in the wrong position, in the wrong arena in the first place. You should not be there in the first place. And you first of all hold yourself accountable and say, why am I in this space in the first place? Shout out to Emeka. He actually said he had been asking himself, why am I here? Why am I here? That's a good place to start from. And it's a terrible place to go to and say that she was the first aggressor. It's only a weirdo PA that will say such bullshit. He actually threw him under the bus. They asked him a very simple question. Let me see if I can play it. They asked him a very, very simple question. Did he lay hands on her? Mama did it first. All day. You just admitted to it. All day. All day. You threw him under the bus. Oh yeah, but it matters who did it first. No, it doesn't matter unless you have evidence. Even at that, God help you. If you don't have proper influence and stuff like that, if you're in the wrong society, you go collect. You collect. I keep telling you, this thing is not as simple as you're making it to be black and white. It's never been that simple. But you got away with it for so long. You got away with it for so long. Let me see here. I'm trying to see if I can find the video. Yeah, the video. Let me see if I can find it. Hopefully I can find it though. Because to make more sense as I'm talking about it to actually play it. You ask him, did he ever lay hands? Mama did it first. That's how manipulative, that's how they throw themselves inside the hole. When you try so hard to control narrative and you just don't know how to back off. It's been 10 years, you still can't back off. I'm not sure if he sent this guy to come and be doing shalaye for him, but he threw him under the bus. He made it worse for him. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on 1 second. So all types of internet skin here. Hold on 1 second. Not this one now. Where is this thing now? Okay, let me see if I can find it this way. Okay. All right, no problem. Let me come to the chat for a second. Even that voice note is a threat. If not here, he will go to jail. Yeah, you go to jail for the note. We're not gonna trust you. You're gonna sleep in jail for a weekend. But it is not the Western world. How things happen in different. You're in a Western world. Get that shit in your head. You're in a Western world. Especially if you're a man of means like Emeka Ike. You're in the Western world. Are you kidding me? Emeka's brand is enough to make him more money and continue to make other brands money and stuff like that still till today. If he can just get himself together. He's still an extremely big guy, a man of means. You're in the Western world. And you have to move like you have something to lose. And people that have things to lose, they don't get stuck on right and wrong. They don't. They know it's a little bit more complex than that. Not a little bit, a lot more complex than that. At the very least, Emeka has anger issues. Obviously, a disgusting mouth. I see why the ex-wife mentioned she preferred he hit her instead of him abusing her. My wife has said that before. She has said that before. She's like, now I'd rather, she said that here on the shows before. She said, I don't like, or Roman, like, I'd rather you beat me. And people take that off like, that's a toxic. No. The point is that verbal abuse is just as hurtful. If you can't comprehend that, you will lose your family. Like, I can't argue with you. If you can't comprehend that verbal abuse can be as more hurtful than physical abuse, if you can't, don't argue with me. Don't argue with your destiny. You will lose your family. It's only a matter of time. He's got to be on drugs with that voice note. Maybe he was. Oga has confessed to cheating by his own mouth. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Hey, Ice, good to see you. Parenting is not beans. No, it's not beans. Parenting is just as complex and complicated as relationships. There are skill sets that you need to learn because these kids are human beings, and human beings are not your mates. They carry emotions. If you miss that mark 7 years old, there's a whole different phase you enter. And usually if you miss that mark at 7 years old, you probably have coconut head. You'll be blaming the child. So it's like a snowball effect. It's like a vicious cycle. You just hurt yourself more and more and more because like this one doesn't listen. Are you listening? Wait, how did it become that the parents should listen? Welcome to the real world. Yes, you have to listen. By the way, you've always had to listen, but it's highlighted more now because we're in a new place. Welcome to the real world. You know, he's almost 60. Something ain't right upstairs, or could it be drug abuse? No, it doesn't have to be that deep, but it's deep at the same time. Make I not confuse myself, right? There's many grown folks walking around like this. Some of them, they were lucky to have very good kids who actually are thinking for them. Some of them have their kids thinking for them, like, you know when you as a child said, just leave mama alone. You're actually doing the work for them now. Some of them are lucky like that. Some of them are not so lucky. Emeka is not lucky. He doesn't have that luck. Okay? And yes, there are many 60, 70-year-old parented from a very controlling place, and they just happen to be lucky. Right? Just ask around. You start seeing people say, well, I didn't speak to my father, including Emeka, including Daddy Freeze. I didn't speak to my father for 6 months. I did all this kind of stuff, all toxic behavior, and they're normalizing it. Okay? And the reason why they're toxic, because you never know, to you it might like being normal. The other person, their threshold is hit long time ago. They cut you off. You don't own anybody. You don't own your kids. They came to you biologically speaking. Yes, sure. You don't own them. They will cut you off. And so we are encouraging now. Why are you misleading these people? No, don't mislead yourself. You're in a different world. You actually need the skills of relationship now. The more we move into the future, the more you need it. Right and wrong is not enough. Everybody have the same moral standard. You think you're right, they think they are right. So it's me and you, me against you and you, your word against mine. As opposed to you having the skills to say, hey, let me get this person on my team so that it can be us against the world. Completely up to you. Anyway, I still wonder why he still come online to put his family issues out there. They say, oh, they ask him. Oh, it's because they asked him. They shouldn't have asked him. What? Kill me. They shouldn't have asked him. What do you mean by that? Yep, I fail to believe he did this with a sober mind. There are many people that have controlling behavior from sober minds. Many, they're everywhere. Is that Adebusa that said that? Or D-Love? Are you not paying attention? There are people, they are controlling people everywhere. Some of them are the first to call people controlling. On that interview, Emeka was calling women manipulative. Have you forgotten? So soon. It was just 1 week ago. Right? And people do what they do when they do how they feel when they're not sober. Okay? Even if they get drunk or anything like that. I was just telling my boys yesterday, I said, listen, if a girl is falling all over the place and you were hanging out and they get drunk and they're dragging them, take her home and don't go back and pick her up again. Or maybe because she got drunk. No, if she got drunk, she did exactly what she wanted to do. Okay? This guy gets ego, no be small. He likes praising himself and absolutely lacks accountability at a zero level. Yeah, shout out to brother Ben. Sorry, so late to catch that. Sorry for the 9.19. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Oh, I love me. Thank you, bros. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. So this is not about judging Emeka, because that's not what we're trying to do. Because then we will miss it again. We will miss it exactly like the people that are judging the ex-wife. Okay? We need to see for what it is. We need to spell out. It's a lot of things going on here that we need to spell out. There's too many. There's a lot of nuances that we can't catch all of them, but we catch as much. And then you notice that there'll be patterns at some point, then you start catching it. The reality is that abuse is not some kind of absolute dictionary meaning thing. If the person you're with say they're feeling abused, you have to pay attention at that point. You don't sit down there and argue with your destiny if it's dictionary meaning of abuse or not. You will shoot yourself on the legs, literally. Literally. You don't sit down there and just be arguing that. And it starts with little things, right? Small things, right? They push back small. Instead of you to say that that's a small crisis, let's listen in. Let's listen actively. Kilo me. Okay, here's what we're trying to do. Let's draw out the vision. Okay, what are your thoughts on this, right? And knowing how to do that. That's leadership. If you can't do that, you deserve all the collection that comes from the social media and your wife and your children. Because there are 8 billion people here. You don't get away with this nonsense just because you think you're special and you are the one who speaks the truth. No, there are 8 billion people here. Do you understand? Okay, and they are being influenced. You're being influenced as well, right? And you better pay attention to your social skills. Pay attention to when somebody pushes back, including your kids. Learn how to ask why. Dig into the why, like why, including why do I feel the way I feel. It's called self-reflection. Shego Ariza said if he is not careful, he will become a pariah. What is a pariah? That was 8 years ago. I don't know what that is. Oh, that was 8 years ago. Right. Because they don't change. Especially they don't seek the help they need. It's making it look like the woman knock akbaku. Right? If the ex-wife was a prostitute, what does that say of him? Yeah. Gentlemen, these are the questions you ask yourself. If I'm married to an Olosho, what does that say of me? That's where your power is. That's your point of leverage. Right? Look at yourself and say, what does that say of me? Right? He who associates with a prostitute must be a prostitute. Which way, Emeka? It must mean something, Sha. We need to know why. How did we end up here? right? Oh, well, he did say he had been asking, how did I end up here? So he cries on and off. There's a video that I'm gonna play for us. We're gonna get through it in a second. Niger men go collect. They're going to lose their family. It's going to be bad because some of them are also comparing themselves to African American experience, and it's like there's some patterns, but they're mixing all kind of nonsense together. Oh my God, they go collect.
That I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One loving up, we done enough.
All right, so welcome back. So I want to do this. I want to play a video. I want to react to this video. This is an interview that I haven't seen anybody reacting to them anywhere by a guy called Azu Arinze. I don't know who he is. It might have been some kind of veteran. It's Azu Arinze, an author, journalist with over 25 years experience. But in the interview, shout out to, let me make sure I'm subscribed. Shout out to Azu, but go subscribe to him because I like the way he handled this because he just let him talk. He just let him go. And then he just kept yarning. I haven't seen anybody copying or reacting to this anywhere. So this is going to be fun. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. And again, this is by Azu Arinze.
Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to
Most memorable role and why? That was where we stopped.
Oh yes, yes. Derico became so viral that people thought I was actually Derico. Anywhere I run into Okada Drivers Union or group of them, they gather me like Derico all over Nigeria. I was Derico. Like the family of Derico brought the knife that Derico used to kill to me. It was so personified that the guy said, look, the mother of Derico said, because there was one knife used to, that one dagger. The guy presented to me, my boss, on my way going to one of the locations. I was like, what am I going to do with this? And I kept it as a souvenir in my former house that was missing. Part of the things I lost, my school, Yaba Tech. Some of my friends already become, big lecturers and big deans and all that, players. They helped me to go and check my CV. I was even able to get my birth certificate. I didn't even have a birth certificate. I got the CV, both my secondary school, my everything. As I got everything back. And everything is for back.
How have you been coping all this while? I used to come to your school. And what happened to you? Only very few people could have survived it. How have you been coping?
I don't know. It was tough for me. I came in straight to Ghana because I didn't know where to go to. I was finished. Nobody will hear your story out. If you tell your friends all this, some will be happy. I just wake up, I cry every morning till night. I woke up the next day, I'll cry till night. For 1 month, I did that. For 2 months, I was going to die of, And my mother called me one day. She said, Emeka, I said, what? So what happened to you happened to one man when I was a small girl. This happened to him, just same school. And the man just died like, he died of pressure, high blood pressure, whatever.
Wow, that's real, right? That's real. When you lose everything, it's not always, I'm going to give him the same grace. It's not always a matter of right and wrong. I know from experience, okay? So I'm actually speaking from experience. It's not always a matter of right or wrong. Life just have too many moving variables. And sometimes you make the wrong bet. Sometimes you make the wrong move. And sometimes out of reacting to all of that, it actually gets worse. It's like a vicious cycle, right? Until you catch yourself and you just stop everything and maybe go away for a minute and stuff, right? And seek the help you need, because it's getting more complex because, everything is kicking against what we've always believed, especially gentlemen, right? So when you overreact to that with your emotions and you call it logic, you collect. It just get worse for you, right? So the mother called him and said, hey, and there's many stories like that.
Just died. I should not let that happen to me. I should remove it from my mind. Whatever makes you happy. So that was the key. So I just do whatever makes me happy, I do it. And I try very hard not to think about it because I know I'm the man that made the wealth. I'm the man that created it. I can recreate it. You saw my school that year.
Yeah, I came to your school. Yeah, I was there.
That was.
He's very proud of his school.
On lease. And I know that property had been there since the 60s. It was gotten in the 60s and they never repaired it or worked on it since then. The roofs were gone, was not plastered, no floor. The money I spent putting that property together because that was what fitted what I wanted in that area. It was even more than buying or building something like that. That's why I discovered at the end of the day. But it was okay. I got it back to being a building. And then that's what happened.
What happened to you?
Okay, yeah. The one I thought was loving me was not loving me. That was what happened. I was loving.
All right. So that's the first moment he said it again. Okay. So the first time he said it was on Robbie Mind. And the one I was loving was not loving me back. Men do feel this way. Okay. Men do feel this way. Okay. Please hit the like button. We're about 130 people watching. Shout out to all of you that are here. Can we get the likes up to at least 80? Thank you. Hit the like button. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hit the like button. And if you're brand new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you are notified when I do go live. I go live at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time, every day. So please hit the like button. I appreciate you. All right. So let me reduce the speed at this point because it's saying something very important that I want you to hear there.
At the end of the day. But it was okay. I got it back to being a building. And then that's what happened.
What happened to you?
Okay, yeah. The one I thought was loving me was not loving me. That was what happened.
The one I thought was loving me was not loving me. That's what happened. When you're in a very weak place in your relationship, you will always feel this way. It's not necessarily the accurate, actual reality of what's going on. And you're not wrong. Don't let anybody tell you you're lying. That's your experience. Right? But you're obviously in a weak place and you shouldn't be in a relationship if you're competing, if you're comparing and you're measuring against the other person. Do they love me equally as I love you? If these are the questions that are crawling your mind, stay away from marriage. Could it work? Could it work like lie? I promise. Because it's already bad. You're wasting all your energy measuring. Could it work? So can you imagine how worse it is? It's like 10,000 times even worse when you've gone too shaggy. You don't collect shaggy and you've concluded to an oversimplified solution like, as long as you love me equally. And then you try to turn around and advise young men. Could it work? That's simply not how romance works. The way romance works is that you're not looking at who is doing it. You're just fascinated about this person and you can't wait to be with them. And that's the way it continues to need to be. And we can learn some skills around conflict handling. Okay, when there's conflict, when there's crisis, you will question everything. Like, maybe I make the wrong move. Maybe it's because the other person doesn't love me. You ask all these stupid, lame, technical, scientific questions. The emotions of a human being does not work like that because you have the same person. It's just see finish, don't they enter now. Your eyes are clearing. Now, if you're not aware of that and you take that moment to use it to blame the other person, auntie, mama, whoever, baba, you go collect.
Sorry.
It will get worse. It will get worse. It will get worse. Okay, let's continue.
I was loving and I was not being loved in return. That was just what happened. I was just spending the money. I was just surprising a girl. I was just making her whoa, money boy.
Your marriage.
Such a lover boy. All these guys that acted in Hollywood that time, they're all lover boys. So they thought yeah, I know. You see shaggy before it gets better. Yeah, because that in love thing can only last for so long. Yeah, real life will kick in at some point. And you know, an Hollywood movie always finish at around 2 hours, at most 4 hours. It will say the end or to be continued, and then it's kind of like ever happily ever after, or it's like a bunch of people died. It's always one extreme or the other. Life doesn't end at that time like that. No, it continues beyond that. Right? Cut. Now you have to get back to real life.
You have 4 kids. So where are the kids? Are they with you out there with your wife?
My family has warned me not to go on with this kind of line of talk, so I would not want to go deep into it. But let me just.
All right. So the family loves you. Whoever family is saying that they love you, but you're not listening. You keep talking. I don't know you like that, so I have to cover it so I can use it as lessons for the Prestige family. Right? You're not listening. Because when they say my family has, and then you go ahead to continue to share, to talk. How? Why? There's an urge. There's an obsession with justification. I need to be right. I need to clear the air. Baba, it's only time. And your work, new experiences that will clear the air. Everything else is just manipulation. I know that's not fair. I know, welcome to the real world. It's not fair. You should just be able to clear your name just because you said you're right. That's not how it works. That's the real world. I know that's how it works in Nollywood movies. That's not how it works in the real world. And I know you think that's how it works in the court of law too. No, you have to have evidence in the court of law too. Unless you want to shalaye tired.
Drop a pic. When she left, she told the court that she knows I can take care of the kids and they should give the children custody to me. And she just wants to go and remarry, or in future she wants to see her children. Anytime she wants, she will see them. So I was in custody for about 10 years or thereabouts. In 2021, when I traveled again.
So she gave custody to him. And then 10 years later, he traveled again. You're hearing it from the horse's mouth.
Because the thief always sneaking when you're not around. And I traveled again, she came with her chick, however, she got the kids crying for them. I said, not to your mama, even if your mama didn't have rubber. So when your mama cried for you, now your mama. So they were like, okay, let's see her, spend some time with her. And
so this is the part where it's trying to paint, it's not manipulating us now. It's trying to paint a picture that the woman manipulated them. I'm not buying into it. First of all, manipulation will happen as a default when you divide the household. Okay, especially if it happens between people that don't know what they're doing, manipulation will happen. It's just what it is. Okay, so he had custody of the first two. I think she took 2 with them. Yes, but he's talking about the older 2 right now at this point, I think.
That was it. Their phone was off, all of them. Just like last year or thereabouts.
So they went with their mother and then the phone went off. Everything went off. Now he kind of skipped the part that he moved to Germany, because we heard that in some other video, right? So I don't know why, but let's just continue.
When your mama cried for you, now your mama. So they were like, okay, let's see her, spend some time with her. And that was it. Their phone was off, all of them. Just like last year or thereabouts, started talking to my son. By then, he's already changed again. He's no more the lawyer boy I used to know. He's wearing dread now, looking rough, singing in bars. It's okay. Alles good. Alles good.
So what was the last time you saw the children?
I haven't seen my children since then.
2 years.
That's like
They didn't know they were your children. They were going to marry another man. So where is the man you wanted to marry?
Okay, so this is the part that's very painful for Emeka, and I feel his pain. Not really, but I can only imagine when you feel like some men are out to get your wife. He hasn't said it long enough, but he said in a few places, okay, that some men were actually saying some things to not just the ex-wife, but even the present wife. Okay, so let's get into it.
I on the kids. I go to write their exams with them. I'll take them to Nawa College. I'll go and park somewhere till they finish their exam. I'll pick them home. I was giving them back-to-back follow-up because I noticed there was some lapses. 7 days after I traveled again, she sneaked in again. Game player. Oh, my children. Oh, my children. Oh, my children. Oh, when you were living there, I didn't know they were your children. You were going to marry another man. So where is the man you wanted to marry that time? Where is he now? You don't finish.
All right, so these are the beans he's going to spill. I hear this all the time, and there's a pattern. Pay attention to it. You start seeing it. When a man loses his family and the wife says they don't want to do anymore, one of the first places they go is that she must be sleeping with somebody else. Is it possible? Yes, absolutely. Is it always the case? Of course not. Of course not. right? There's no absolutes, right? But then they always hold on to that, even if they never find a proof. Remember on that Robin Mind show, he kept saying there's some man behind it and he's going to catch them. He also said it in that video that we just watched earlier on, right? So just pay attention to that.
Shame on all you Nigerian men that go behind to chase people's wives.
This right here is a big point of contention for him. Men that are chasing after other people's wife. Okay, now obviously that's bad behavior, but again, people like Emeka Ike, they always spread out and highlight the obvious bad behavior. Things like cheating, unless they're the one cheating, of course. Things like, oh, you shouldn't look at other people's wife. Oh, you should dress up. You shouldn't have dreads on your head. He mentioned the dreads on the young man's head earlier on. They'll spend more time on the obviously quote unquote wrong based on their own moral standard, but they disconnect completely from the emotional dynamics of human beings. And for as long as they continue to do that, they will continue to lose their family. Gentlemen, you gotta get your shit together. I'm not playing with you. This is gonna get real and real. And guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna come back and blame women and the children for it. See, at first they were blaming women. Now they're starting to blame children for it. If you can't blame the children, you blame everything else. Your own fans for it, right? Okay. I'm just saying. Pay attention. Pay attention. That's not your point of leverage. Your point of leverage is always self-reflection. Yourself. Because you are the common denominator in all of these bad things that are happening to you. Okay? If you have a need to call it fault, it's your fault. Because I don't really feel like I need to call it fault. I call it just accountability, responsibility. But if you must say it's somebody's fault, it's yours. Okay? Let's continue.
You promise them heaven and give them all the support to go on social media and blackmail him. That is what is raining. There are men, evil men involved in this. I'm waiting to catch one of them in this process. Go.
If you catch any man who slept with your wife, now you'll be that too. You can charge them to court and file for adultery or something. I don't know what you can file, but if you go and take laws into your own hand, you go collect, baba. Again, you're not paying attention to, you're not in control like that. You just need to let go first. That's the biggest hurdle for a lot of people. You need to let go first, right? Because now we've left the wife, we've left the children. Now there's some men, some other men that we need to blame who are basically in custody of the panties of your wife. Abi, okay, are you paying attention? Okay,
baby, she ain't get money to spend. You don't meet Yawa. They just go around breaking marriages, making women believe their husband is not enough, and then this new narrative.
Making women believe that their husband is not enough. If husband was enough, husband would be enough. I hate to break it to you. I'm a man too. And I hate to say that because I told people that say, if you start with I'm a woman first, cancel it. Okay. I'm a man too. I hate to break it to you like this. Baba, if somebody slept with your wife, it wasn't enough. Sorry, I know. Shh, don't tell anybody. It did not add up. Oh, she's evil, she's a bandit. Like, you're right, but it still did not add up. Okay, it didn't add up.
For women thinking there's something out there, I don't know who's pushing it out, and every woman wants to just think, is this frivolous life is changing?
It's talking about the grass is greener on the other side syndrome. It is a real thing, but leaving your throne to come and address that, you will actually lose your woman to the streets. Don't take your attentions off the ball. You take care of yourself. Make sure you're good. Make sure you're good. That's all you can control, bro. I'm telling you right now. Same thing goes for you ladies too. That's all you can control. You can't control other human beings. You can only, in fact, influence God's self. You already have influence. You don't have to overstretch it. Obviously, you can learn some skills around that. But all you have the power to do is influence. The rest of it, you can't control other human beings. Right? Especially some other men out there who are chasing. Your wife said it's not enough. That's what it was. See, I'm not using abuse or any dictionary meaning where you can argue with your destiny. Just if she says it's not enough, if her actions align with the idea that it must be greener on the other side, why enough? Can you just first of all acknowledge that? so that you can actually fix what the issue is. If you lie to yourself, you will make it worse.
I'm in Nigeria, you know, and then one stupid man encourages you. I know one stupid senator, you know what he tells his wives. And I'm here and your husband now. I don't want to see any small boy with you. I don't want to see any small boy with you. I'm here and your husband.
Some stupid senator.
Stupid men.
Senator don't collect.
Touch you. That's all. They come up.
After they touch you, that's all. Go need 2 more. Don't lose your wife. That one is shalaye. What you should do is make sure you're working yourself so you don't lose your wife. And if you did lose your wife and you're still here, it is not the end of the world. There are 8 billion of us here. There's quite a couple of millions of them. Especially if you are an Emeka Ike and you keep working on yourself and you focus. It's easier said than done. It's not easy. Don't get me wrong. But that's still what you need to do. Because if you now take your focus off, you start looking at senator who is lying to your wives. Baba, you will lose your wife to senator at least that one time. You see, it's not working out. Your focus is off. It's still not working out, right? Yes, the enemy will invade your family and take over and then discard them. You're not saying anything new. The only thing you're missing is that you're taking your eyes off the balls, which is you. Taking care of yourself, making you a better version of yourself. You're losing your cool. You're losing your shit. Every time you have to talk about this, you're angry. You're crying in and out every day. Cry, do all the cry you need to do, but Baba, seek the help you need. Life is beautiful still. And by the way, you will lose that new woman at the house, that new wife, if you keep it up. Oh yeah, it's gonna happen. The senators, it's not just one of them, right? There's a few of them. Sometimes they look like young boys. Sometimes they're just work husbands. Get your shit together.
For husband house. If they do divorce, they don't even give you money for the divorce.
All right. Shout out to Azu for the content. Please go and support Azu, I beg. Reaction all within the fair use guidelines. Let's see. All right, let me play this one here. I don't know. Did you guys see this or no?
Say yes.
How have you been cooking?
Look at me in my room alone. Ask any girl that's in Lagos that have you slept me with EmekaIke? Put it up there. Who has been EmekaIke's girlfriend since his wife left? Nobody will tell you yes. EmekaIke became a different man because I noticed there's another bala blue out there. Go and ask them. EmekaIke say doesn't do girls again. Is he a lie? They will tell you it's difficult to get me. Why do you want to see me? What do you want to offer me? Sex. I'm done with that. I'm done with that shit. So I cope properly. I'm okay with myself. I'm focused. They want to bring me down. I shouldn't let them succeed. That's the basics. So I have to work. I have to prove them wrong. I have to prove those men wrong. And I have to come after them when I'm done. Oh, it's the job. My job. Work on it to anything.
Okay, I understand.
He says more Yoruba than he says any Igbo. I think he's just a straight up Lagos boy, basically. Let me come to that. You guys, what we'll do is maybe I do another live session where I can allow panels because time is not on my side today. But maybe we can do a little bit. Maybe we can do 1 hour after this. We'll see. Let's keep going because I want to make sure I cover the content. He only had custody of the first 2, but he's narrating as if he had custody of all 4. Yeah. Like whenever the son has a contrary opinion, he becomes unloyal. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But more importantly, he doesn't know how to respond to that. All right. He doesn't know how to. He loses his shit whenever. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And then the son is now fighting back, just like the woman fight back. And somebody said, but the son is wrong. You're right.
You're right.
You're right. But he still lost his family and he's still not gathering himself together. You can't get your family back unless you get yourself back first. Okay. So I believe, and that's easier said than done. You probably need a coach for that. I would say EmekaIke should contact Elanre Olushola immediately. That's what Mama Jam Jam's ex did. What's his name? Tunde. I think his name is Tunde. Tiwa Savage X, that's what he did. Contact Lanre Olushola, somebody that can understand your pain, but also help you with more adequate solutions that are not lame courtroom stupid rhetoric. This is not a courtroom. This is real life. Okay, and evidence even doesn't add up sometimes. Okay, the evidence is also based on the person interpreting the evidence. So if you're not adequate, if you don't have self-sufficiency in yourself, yeah, you could just collect again. He doesn't want to lose his wife. He said he's married and resident in Germany. Yeah, he might end up losing his wife if he keeps it up. He needs to stop. He needs to stop immediately, as soon as possible. He needs to listen to his family's advice and stop. Somebody else, another EmekaIke will come up next week. We will talk about them, I promise. Emeka, you don't have to tell me your story. Somebody else will move mad next week. We'll have another trendy topic to cover. He needs to listen to his family. You won't catch anybody, you uncle, that impregnated another woman outside of your marriage, who gave birth to another son who is the same age as your son, uncle. That's what he said. All right. That's what he allegedly said. I don't know if that was his voice on the recording. That's what Nezel video said. He said he wants to. You can't sue anybody. This is media, okay? He needs to just work on himself. If a man is enough, then the woman won't go. Even if she goes, that means she doesn't deserve you. Then why all this talk? Exactly, Ice. Exactly. Oh, so she's like Banji. That's why. Yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right. She's not enough. Can you have some self-respect and stop dragging yourself and your family in the internet? Okay. Yeah, he never expected it to. Yeah, he's talking about the senators are a big point for him, because he's mentioned that at least 2 or 3 times. I've seen that. Senators that are lying to people's wives. Baba, they will continue to lie to people's wives. If the home front is not enough, quote unquote enough, which is not necessarily your fault, they will continue to lie. This is not something you can control. The only thing you can control is be the best version of yourself, right? When you do that, not too many people are doing it, by the way. Everybody's arguing that they're taking sides on the internet. That's why they're all losing their wives. It's either they lose their wife spiritually, mentally, emotionally. By the time they lost their wife physically, she's gone 5 years before that. That's logic. Okay? Just because you say don't be emotional doesn't mean you're logical. You're probably more emotional than everybody else. Okay? Or nobody wants to sleep with your crazy. Yeah, anyway, let's continue, because this is a lot.
You're planning to give marriage another shot. Is that correct?
I already have a child from a South African woman, so I'm already. She's the lady that can tell you that I love you. You know, somebody tells you I love you, and you tell her I love you, and she's shaking. Like that word means a lot to them. In Africa, in Nigeria, when I tell a girl I love you, they say, yesterday, suppose you go buy me a phone.
All right.
Buy me a phone.
All right, so Baba is out of touch a lot. Every girl you get with that's in love with you in the beginning will be shaking. Well, I don't know what game you have, but they might be shaking that you said I love you. Okay, especially if you said I love you first. You might confuse the shit out of them, right? So, I don't know. He's such a lover boy. He said, South African girl will be shaking. You never seen a girl that shake before they say I love you before? A boy Yibo girl. Go.
We're dealing with the poverty situation here. So when they tell me I love you, in fact, I warned my wife in Germany. I said, don't tell me I love you again. I don't want to hear that word, I love you. Act it. Live it up. Show it. Let me see the love. I love you. It's a pet name for calling you Mumu.
I want to find out. I want to find out from.
He said, "Don't say I love you. Show it." Good point, I guess. When gentlemen, when your wife say I love you, just say I love you too, babe. I love you more. Just say that. It's not about the words or the semantics of it. Okay, it's about everything else that you can't see that comes with that. Okay. If you don't listen to what I just said right now, again, if you're stuck on semantics, Baba, it's a matter of time. You go collect.
Sorry.
It's a matter of time. Okay? It's a matter of time. Let's keep going.
From you. What guarantee you have that what happened in your first marriage will not happen in the second one? Have you thought about it?
I am ready for it. I'm above. I see big guy, let me say what, let me be me. So fuck. I don't want love.
I'm actually glad to see him laughing. All I need to see Emeka doing is laughing and smiling, honestly. All that what he went to TVC to do obviously did not work. Like, come on, man, just relax. I know it's tough when you don't collect shege from woman. Just relax, man. Your children, you don't own them. If you want to get them back, you start with relationship with yourself. Your children will mimic the level of relationship you have with yourself too. Yes, it starts like that. You know why? It starts with yourself always, right? If you're moving in fear, nobody wants to be around you. And this is going to take a lot of work because temperament is not anybody's mate. That temperament we heard, that is a very angry person that was not in control of himself. You gotta work on that. It's highly rewarding if you work on it. For you, never mind them. They will find a way back to you because the streets are tough for everybody. If it's enough, if it becomes ever enough in this lifetime, they will find their way back to you. Work on yourself. You still have this career right now. Everybody's going to watch Malaika and all this kind of stuff. It's beautiful. Focus on that.
Keep your love. Oh, live with me and be reasonable. Act well. Don't be shitty. Don't be shady. Don't give me any room to suspect you more.
That's what unrealistic expectations sound like. Human beings will precisely be shitty, unreasonable when they are caught up in their emotions. And if you're the leader in that context and you don't understand that, Baba, the same thing will repeat itself. Human beings, when they get caught up in their emotions, they become nasty, sarcastic, condescending. They talk from the side of their mouth. They lose their shit, just like you. Maybe not as bad as you, but they do. Some of them shut off. Some of them are narcissists, avoidant, attachment, theory, all of the above, whatever names you want to call them. This is the nature of human beings. That what he just sounded like is what unrealistic expectations sound like. He sounds good on paper until it starts to play out. The moment she feels a little bit insecure and she shows a little mood, Baba will lose his shit. He said, here it goes again. Is this Emma that's going to repeat itself in my house? I cannot deal with her. And then he will multiply it. She will multiply it for him. Obìnrin is not your mate. They will multiply it for you. That's what they are meant to do. Incubators. They receive, multiply, reciprocate.
Take my Pablo actions. I don't need stories, man. So you gotta be straight up with your woman. If sometimes we try to be too petty and we find out that we are not really getting the right pictures.
So some men who lose their marriages.
He says something there. Sometimes we try to get too petty and we're not getting the right pictures. That's a statement I would advise him to really dwell on and take some time on. What does that look like? All around. Yeah.
Going into depression. How were you able to get out of your own?
Yes, Yolanda is my wife, Sandra. Yeah, what's your question?
Yes, I said some people who lose their marriages go into depression. How were you able to get out of your own?
I went into depression.
So
I was in living depression. The journalists made it worse. Pastors that take the women out of the house. They pay bloggers. People like Gist Lovers. I hear Gist Lover doesn't have a face. And if he dares this time around, we won't face him. I swear to God. You cannot be running a blog and you are just not feasible. You don't have a contact. Azu, I know where to get you. If you run a blog and you can blackmail the president of Nigeria, you can blackmail any governor, you can be paid to twist any story, and you don't have a face. Come on, you're a terrorist now. You're a terrorist. So we need to treat some bloggers as terrorists. When they say, oh, leave the internet, leave the social media. Oh, we are using it. What are you doing on the social media? Are you blackmailing people for a living? There has to be a department in government that looks into this. So
there has to be a department in government that look into this. Are you blackmailing people for a living? This Baba go explain tired. Hey, just
explain because no evidence.
No evidence. No evidence. The jokes are writing themselves. He never grew up mentally. Oh, I feel for him, but I'm not sure if he's ready. But for as long as he's not ready, it's gonna get worse for him. It's just the principle that this life lives, that it operates on, right? Human beings' emotions are not your mates. Yeah. Shout out to Brother Ben. I see you, bro. Aren't they divorced? What does this matter whom she's talking to? No, it's actually, there's another video where I saw where he said this about his present wife. I don't remember where it is. But there was there's somebody was trying to talk his present South African wife in Germany. I don't know, something like that. Yes, T-Bills, yeah. Larry Olusha, I recommend Larry Olusha to people. Larry Olusha, because it's not necessarily religious, and I've heard enough to know that he knows what he's doing. If you're in Nigeria and you need somebody on ground, that's a guy that kind of understands what is going on with the human brain. It's not right and wrong. It's not black and white. It will never be that simple. If it was that simple, you self go figure this thing out now. You can get any girl you want. You can have any man you want at any time. Get them to do what you want them to do. It will just be perfect all the time. But it's clearly not that simple, Fun fact, I met him once before with Ramsey Noah. He was dating a friend of mine back then. We couldn't have been more than 15 years old in secondary school, and he was not a young man then. Mo Fresh said it. Listen, man, 15 years old, Jesus. First of all, someone like Emeka probably doesn't believe that he has a problem, so he won't seek him. Yeah, that's the first step, right? Understand that you're not alone. There are many people that are not celebrities like EmekaIke going through this, and they're confused as shit. Like, is this woman? They will not respect their husband and these children. What's in your pata? What's in your con? They are gra too much, Baba. Are you paying attention? What's the wisdom in all of that? That's your reality, your problem, right? If you don't like it, it becomes your problem. If we're talking about your family, you can call all the names, call it any name you like. But are you paying attention that these are yours? And you can't, if you give it away, if you give that problem away to somebody else, you go collect.
Sorry.
It's like your shadow. You're deceiving yourself. It follows you everywhere you go. He definitely has a type, because that my friend looks so much like his ex-wife. I want Ibo Pepe. I want half caste. So on top of his craziness, he's pedo. No. This man has messed up way back, womanizing. Listen, he probably doesn't consider that a big deal. After all, I'm taking care of you. I pay for your job. I sent you to school, right? What else do you want from a guy? Somebody said to me early on, he invested in his wife. Somebody asked him, I said, what should he have done? Okay, so now you leave room for people to ask you that you're doing bare minimum and you're complaining. You deserve all of it. And if you give those problems away, Baba, like I just said, you will collect.
Sorry.
Those problems are yours. They are opportunities for you to learn. Okay? They're opportunities. They're your reality. Okay? Let me continue here a little bit. Okay, I think this one is done. Let's move on to this one here. Shout out to Azu again for this content.
You just said something about Yolanda. Tell us about this Yolanda.
So this segment is why celebrity marriages fail. Let's see if you can teach us something. Why celebrity marriages fail.
No. Actually, thank you very much. You see, all of you have been going to request her online. She's not online. She's not interested in your online things. all of you have been going to
The new wife. It's talking about the new wife.
Please request. She said, Emeka, all your foolish Nigerian people, all these blood, they're coming to. I said, don't mind them. Don't mind.
Foolish Nigerian people. That's a person who is a behemoth of a brand. A person that his brand till now is well respected. All these foolish Nigerian people, right? Now, if you are Seun Kuti, at least we will know that's your lane, right? If you were Seun Kuti, at least we will know that's your lane now, right? It's called Nigerians foolish because they are yielding to the whitey. But that's not your brand. You're a lover boy. This is not working out for you, bro. You're angry. When Seun Kuti is angry, that's part of his brand. Like, we kind of expect that. And he doesn't expect to come out in a movie on Malaika.
She ain't got time.
All we're asking for is a little, we're trying to sniff accountability. You know, kind of like the one where the wife said, I think when I started fighting back, then he escalated. There's a little bit of accountability there. It wasn't all the way, but she's not doing too much talking, so there's not much we can respond to. But this Baba is doing a whole lot of talking.
She's a big woman. She works with Amazon, and she's a big officer in Amazon in Germany.
Oh, that's cute.
So
that's nice.
For 34 people stuff. Last year, Emeka, swear you never beat your wife. Oza, if I ever beat that woman, make it no better for me. But on her way, carry am out there. Make God reward Ona with everything will happen to me.
Make God reward all Una. Is that what he said? All of you, right? Is that what he said? Okay, so now he's swearing. Okay, he's swearing that he never did, even though his PA, even that one came out and said, Mama did them first. Which one should we believe now? Because we're just trying to figure out who's, I'm trying to figure out accountability, but I'm trying to extract lessons out of this. That's it, okay? But who is... Personally, I wouldn't ask him. If I was interviewing him, I wouldn't ask him if he raised a hand on that woman at all. I just wouldn't. I don't think we get any lessons from that. I don't think he should tell me the truth either. I don't think he should. I don't think he owes us that kind of truth. Right? I also don't think he should throw himself under the bus like that Ele Connor on Daddy Freeze yesterday did. I don't think he should throw himself under the bus. I think he should build from here on out, which means less talking, right? And more focus on himself to take care of himself, right? But now, this swearing right now that I just saw, Baba is shalaye, no evidence.
If I ever beat that woman, make it no better for me. But on her way, carry am out there. Make God reward Ona with everything will happen to me.
Oh, God.
We go explain, because no evidence.
This guy don't do shalaye. I don't care.
Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Still don't care. I don't care. I don't. I don't care.
We don't care. All right. If your swear actually works, we're not gonna know. That makes it useless.
That was the getaway. That was a getaway stinker. That was what?
Wait, which one is which one? Okay, this one.
After doing everything, I was busy looking at the blackmail. Everything was going down. Everything has been going down. I couldn't even. Nobody wanted to hear that my school was down. Were you listening that time? What will make you shut a business that was feeding the whole family down? What will...
Yeah, we never got that part of the gist. What would make you shut down a whole business that was feeding the whole family down? What happened? What happened?
Make you. Even if they are beating you, Go to police now. Go to court now.
All right, that's a lame rhetoric. That doesn't work in 2023 anymore. There are people that there's too much that goes into the mental, emotional dynamics of why people stay with their abuser. Okay, that doesn't mean it's right or wrong. We're just saying that's how it works. That's how the human brain works. It's like me asking you, like, why don't you just shut up? All these people you're trying to do shalaye to, why don't you just stop? I'll be the first to say, well, it's hard for him to stop. He feels the need to shalaye.
We go explain because no evidence.
Right, the urge to shalaye. You know when you know the argument is toxic, but you just can't stop yourself because you are right, the other person is wrong. But you also know at the back of your mind that this argument no go end well, but you just keep going at it. You know that feeling? Or be you they eat that thing where you know go make you gain 20 pounds in the next 2 days, but you keep eating it, even though you know for a fact that this is not good for you. Abi, you're supposed to take your medicine, your vitamin D, and you don't take it, even though you know that, Baba, you have deficiency. I'm talking to myself now. I'm going to take my medicine when I get upstairs, my vitamin D. Right? This right and wrong rhetoric is not enough. It's lame to approach any of, especially relationship issues, from that standpoint. It's lame. It's lame now. It's 2023. Ignorance is not an excuse. Telling you, businesses fail all the time. If you lack the money, you keep it up, you just face it. Yes, it's like it's not a crime that business ended, but it becomes a crime against yourself, a lack of self-respect when you drag your family because of that. And we can't hear anywhere where you might have been better. Maybe I mismanaged money, maybe I didn't pay attention to some of the people that were siphoning money out of my business. I need to hear something, some kind of self-accountability, so we can know that, oh, this person is still here with us. They're not just operating out of the pain of the shege they don't collect, or of the pain of what they went through, right? You're swearing on yourself. You know what you did indoors to that woman. Both of you know what carried on behind the door. So if you did what you're swearing that you didn't, this swear no go walk in me. It's just a lie. He knows. Or he's completely disconnected. Like, this guy is just, I think it's the pain. That will make you. Absolutely. That will make you. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. We are reacting to some videos by Azu Arinze. We are reacting to within the fair use guidelines of YouTube. Shout out to you all. Let's continue.
Which one they say? Waiting to make I close your business. Which woman?
Hey, I just heard somebody in my spirit say, hey, why don't you let us listen to the whole video instead of like, your papa? It's a reaction channel, okay?
Sorry.
You can go to Azu Arinze after the show if you need to hear it without my interruption. Okay, this is the Man of Prestige. We react over here. Thank you.
I'll do that if not a gory woman, if not a witch woman.
A witch woman.
If not,
you're calling your ex a witch woman in public. Baba, you're right. First of all, let me first of all acknowledge you and tell you you're right.
You're right.
Well, Baba, you go collect.
Sorry.
Just wait for it. I'm patient, okay?
not a woman that wants to just destroy you based on the advice of stupid men. What do you mean? What do you mean? Beat who? I was busy saying I didn't beat her. Nobody knew how much damage I've gone through. I don't want to tell the story. So if you know what
I don't want to tell the story, but I'll continue to tell the story. So this is the same token. You know how you don't want to tell the story, but you find yourself telling it? That's how the human mind works. That if you study that and you go deeper, maybe you find somewhere where a person will stay with their abuser. It's a very complex thing. All right? But maybe you can drive yourself away from the lame angle and say, okay, let me study this stuff, how it works. It's the human brain. The way it moves, our emotions, all of it. You see how I'm making facial expression and stuff? Ideally, I would just like to talk to you straight like. Right? But the topic I'm talking about is a passionate thingy, and I want my brothers to be better. I want the ladies to learn how to seduce properly, right? So I'm trying to share some things. It's coming from a place of passion, and that shows on my face. Human beings no be your mate. Don't be putting human beings on the pedestal or be trying to put them in the box of black and white. You collect. Let's continue.
So far, Azu cried every day for years.
He cried every day for years. That's where this is coming from.
Even as since this thing started again, I've been crying. Yes,
Even as this thing started again, he has been crying.
yesterday I've cried. 2 days ago
Yesterday he cried. 2 days ago he
I've
cried.
cried. This morning I've cried. Because
My empathy level went a little bit higher for him. Okay. Now, why not for the woman? Because the woman is not talking. I'm talking to the person that's talking. Okay. This man need help. He doesn't know what he's doing. Ignorance is not an excuse. If he keeps it up, he will continue to collect woto woto.
Sorry.
Because this life does not reward you just because you are right or because you are innocent. That's not how life works. I'm telling you. Just look around you. Right?
because when you look at you ask yourself, why? How did I get myself into this? How? How did I get myself? How did I know this girl?
That would be a good place to start from. How? But don't conclude. Wait, what is going to do?
A girl I met on the streets.
All right, that's when it went wrong. He's given himself the answers already. Just start with, how did I find myself in this? Take it to Lanre Olushola or Reverend Okonkwo, Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo, or somebody. Like, you have a blind spot. You can't see everything. Let them help you. See, you're going through a lot, right? I believe you that you've gone through a lot, okay? I believe also that you were the abuser because we have evidence of that on audio, unless you say that's not you on the audio, right? If you're verbally abusing your own son like that, only God knows what happened when the cameras and nothing was on in an era when it wasn't that much of a big deal. We're talking about more than 10 years ago. Only God knows what happened at that time, right? But we also know that people hurt people. If you are an Emeka out there and you're going through this, you need help. It's not a crime that you're going through this. If you keep it up, you might end up committing a crime and you might end up in jail and you will still be right.
Oh, you're right.
It's okay to need help. It's okay to seek help. It's okay to say, hey, give me some word of, it's not the absolute. What that person is going to say to you is not necessarily the absolute, but they might help you see some other angle that you can see. But you ask yourself a question, you answer it yourself, and you keep doing that. Baba. Forget that I say you're right, or all of it will be in the poto in it. Okay? All you have to is wait.
And so there was a woman that used to stay under the bridge that year in Surulere. Do you remember one woman that used to have 2 half-caste children that used to beg money on the road? In Surulere. Under Surulere Bridge. Surulere Bridge, yes, under Surulere Bridge.
So he's about to tell us all the good deeds he does.
I used to sit down with 2 half-caste kids. Packaging, they kill me, wallahi. Packaging kill me, wallahi.
Packaging kill him. Oh, that's some accountability. What does it mean by that? Does it mean like he was spending money just to package?
Don't even dash my woman money one time while they drive past. I don't dash my money one time. It's up. The blood is your strength. Yes, so why?
He said the blood is your strength.
We have celebrity marriages collapsing or crashing.
Okay, so here's the answer. Why are celebrity marriages collapsing?
2 reasons. 2 reasons. One, the people that come on a red carpet, most of them are not proper children. They're not well-trained girls. Most of them are packaging girls. The people that come for celebrities, 99% of them are packaging girls. The real girls will not come after you. They will stay in their house. They are shy to even talk. They don't just
The question was, why are celebrity marriages failing? Is it me? Okay, let me continue.
They want to be toasted the way their father taught them. But this one's there, they are cashing out on you, you don't know. Then 2, they are all, as in they are already in front of us. Then 2, there are some evil men out there because you are Samson Siasa's wife, or you are Uche Okechukwu's wife, or you are a big player's wife. Having you is an honor. So when
this man is traumatized. Somebody slept with his wife. That's what it's sounding like. Oh my God. Yeah, that will shift a man's oblongata. Yeah, ladies, I know, right? They can't take what they dish. Well, welcome to the real world. This has come up again. Some men out there just after their wives, big man's wives. What I sense from this interview, Adebosola says, is that he did not expect it. Men, we don't expect it. I'll just tell you right now. When you pull that rug from under us, you ask for divorce, 78% of the time, 70% of the time, no, we never see it coming, even if we are actively in the middle of bad behavior. Okay, it's just the last, you don't, yeah, it's just your worst nightmare, and you, I don't know how to explain it to you, man. Adebosola Jare. He's just talking to get sympathy. Well, sympathy is not good for him. Empathy might be useful for him because he needs to feel heard and understood. Women can't do that. A bunch of men out in the streets cannot do that. It takes a special grace of God and particular skill set to be able to do that, to give him empathy and give him what he needs. And he will need to go and seek them. The free advice he's getting on the internet and his free sympathy are going to destroy him more. All the sympathy he's getting right now is going to make it worse, especially if he's paying attention to it. And we can tell he's already making, he said he's crying day and night for the last few days. So clearly the sympathy is not working, right? He needs empathy, someone who understands the pain, somebody who would tell him like, okay, this is what you have today, and this is what we can get into the future. The past, the only thing we can pull from the past are the lessons, not the blame game. The blame game will destroy you more and will destroy everything you care for. Yeah. Did you hear framing girls, not women? This man is telling on himself. Yep. He is. That's what happens when you keep talking, you keep telling on yourself. Emeka is displaying all features of a well-manipulative, controlling abuser. The first to run out to cry, taking drugs don't help his brain too. Yes, he's so insecure too. Yeah, there's a lot of insecurity in his rhetoric. Absolutely, because he goes back and forth, you know. But that's what it looks like when you're confused and you need help.
They make small money and they have contacts on more. They will spend that money to deceive the foolish woman if she's one of them. So meaning most of these celebrities actually married few life.
Those are the two reasons why celebrity marriages has fallen. Never mind mismanaged expectations, mismanaged pride, and lack of skills. No, forget all that nonsense, all that Onyibo therapist nonsense. No, forget that. It's Olosho women all on our red carpet. Right? And all of these Olosho men, senators, who want to take our wives. See wisdom. Wisdom, real.
Let's go. Because which girl will leave her husband's house and the first thing you do, you announce is, I'm now separated. So why the announcement? Who are you telling? So that what will happen? Please tell me. Like you're celebrating like it's a big deal, it's something nice.
They celebrate because they run away from something that wasn't enough. They also go back home and cry at night. Like you. You know, everybody's deceiving themselves, right? But they do what they have to do to survive emotionally. Right? But of course, you might not see that because to you, people should just do the right thing as an Igbo man. You stay in your husband's house, regardless of how you feel. Marriage is not about feelings. Just stay there and endure. How about you go collect? They will stay there, sure, they will stay there. The day they decide to leave, you will never expect it. Yeah.
Sorry.
Not saying that Emma was lying, they might even lie. According to your own definition of lie, that you were being abusive. Never mind that you stopped the source of money or where they always had access to certain resources. What is financial abuse? What is that? What is financial abuse? All this Oyinbo stuff doesn't work for us. What you have, is it working for you? Are you paying attention to the results you're generating? Your women are leaving you and your children. Are you paying attention? I'm just saying. MOP did not say women, he said girls. I know. I know. Please hit the live video. All of you, I appreciate you for being here. If you're first time here or you haven't been here in a long time, make sure your notifications are on so you don't miss any of these live sessions. All right, let's continue. There's more.
Yes, I'm free now. I'm separated, and Uche are separated. To your law, are we not thinking something right? These men will not come and start spending their stupid money. Maybe some of them are part of the, Some even send people to your women. I tell you, one stupid senator that used to looks like me like this. Now, if you know who senator is.
Senator don't collect today. Senator, if you're only
like this. Send somebody after my Yolanda in Germany. This senator is in London now. He said if we can just get you for her.
Anybody know any senator in London right now outside of Madueke? Is that Madueke, right?
Pimps.
That has beard like him, like this.
There are pimps everywhere pimping your wife too, Azu. Somebody is trying to pimp your wife because you're Azu. He says he's going to pay $20,000. He's going to give you cash. Now, if you're from a home that money means everything to you.
Hey, Yvette.
That's a lot. But she disgraced him because life is not about money.
She disgraced him because, if that's truth, she disgraced him because right now in this moment, like when it comes to women, right now, it's enough for her. The one single job you have is to continue to make it enough for her. And how you do that is not by appeasing her, it's to make sure you're becoming a better version of yourself every day, because most men don't do that. Right? There's broken people everywhere. Okay? And I'm not generalizing. People they point fingers. That's what they do. When everything done, they point fingers at senators and Olosho girls on red carpet. They never see how they can reflect. It's a very difficult thing to do. Let me just tell you. It's difficult to say, how could I have been better? It doesn't mean you could be better. But the reality is that we could all be better. Why wouldn't you want to put all your focus on that? You know why? Because of your emotions. You get caught up in your emotions. After you don't collect chicken, right? There's a need to blame everything else. Either the weather, you blame the snow, you blame the rain, sunshine, weather, the people around you. It was your mother's fault. And the reality is that everybody, you are here, and it's your responsibility to be a better version of yourself as time goes on. All right? And then there's a higher likelihood you continue to be enough for her so she can tell off the senators. Disgrace them. Right? How sweet would that be? Right? And now all your attentions on the Olosho girls on the red carpet. Baba, Olosho is like one of the oldest that's what they say, oldest profession of all time. You think you will change that in social media world? Baba, you're wasting your energy. Oh my show. You go shalaye tired.
We go explain because no evidence.
Yeah. The chief granted interview years ago is still on the newspaper page. What chief? What I miss? Did I miss something? I pray the chief that leads the school for him speak that to disprove Emeka. If that man speaks, I think there's court documents that already disprove that he lost the building. I think there's court documents. There's another video I might react to later on. Yeah. First it was you, now it's Emeka. Why these men think being actor means they have the right to misbehave? Anyway, let's continue. There's more.
It's about the joy you have from whatever you do. But you see, children will never see money before. I don't call them, but if you call them, now you sabi you. If you've never seen money before,
wait,
it's a whole lot.
Wait, oh, somebody tell me something. Was the chief a senator? The chief that owned the building? Let's continue.
To you, when they tell you, hey, I'm giving $10,000, one more $10,000. So I'm eating poo-poo for $10,000.
The Oloshos that are eating poo-poo for 10,000, is that the wife you married, Baba? That is something you have to look at yourself and ask. How did I end up here?
You go explain, because no evidence.
How did you go from the wife you married, the mother of your wife of kids, to Oloshos that are eating poo-poo? Somebody will hear this, they can't pick that up. All they hear is that this man was right. He was right all along. That woman was wrong. That's all they can get out of this.
So man doing dirty things for just money. And they have our politicians and our wealthy guys have
politicians and Oloshos are destroying morality.
They've killed morality. And
why are you doing this to all these moral guys? It was first Tyrese. It was Yul. Yul never claimed morality. Tyrese. And now we have Emeka Ike. All these morally composed, straight line walking, square guys. Ladies. Mr. Nice Guys always finish last, Sha. It's not working. Whatever is going on, it's not working. That we can all agree to that.
They've made money a price for every woman. So all our wives are being haunted by these men out there. Only few men are disciplined enough to want to respect themselves and know that that's a no-go area. Most of our women, most of our married women now are like single girls.
Another angle. Anyway. All right. So he's not saying anything new. Yes, other men want your woman. Okay. Other men want your woman. Get that shit in your head on your bloganta. Get it together. So is that right? Should other men want other women? Baba, you're not getting it. It's 8 billion people here. Nobody give a shit about anything outside of their feelings. Other men want your woman. And if you're not a man that other women want, your woman eventually is not going to want you anymore. I hate to break it to you like this. It's not a competition with your woman. It's a matter of your skills. It's not a competition with your husband. Can you get them on your team so you can fight all these forces of evil? You fight not the flesh. Right? Other people want your person. That's precisely why you want them, probably. I would hope so. So they'll come and be like the other one that said his wife is not the catch, it's the catch. But let's continue. This thing is deep. It's deep.
They're in marriage, but they're still out there. You know what I'm talking about.
I do. I don't know. What would be your advice to a young man who wants to go into marriage?
Don't rush. Date her for a while. No harm. No harm. No harm. Make sure she loves you more than you love her. Don't show her your wealth. Don't make her know that you're rich. Don't make her see a part of your money. Don't let money be part of.
Let's acknowledge that he said something right. Know her, date her for a while, right? But that's not the skills. That's not the skill set. Okay, most people actually do that.
Of the discourse, because no matter how much you give to her, she will still mess up.
No matter how much you give to her, she will still mess up.
Which cars didn't I buy?
This guy was streaking. That's what he was doing. That's why I tell you, Mr. Nice Guys are dangerous. They are hoping that one day they are measuring, they are actively competing with you. You know, they are actively competing with. They're actively competing with you, and one day they're gonna ask you for everything back. Okay, and they don't wait until you become an Emma. It could just be one day of argument and they will start recounting everything they did for you. Okay, Mr. Nice Guys are dangerous. If you don't understand that, we can have that topic another day. What do you mean? I don't agree. Mr. Nice Guys are like the best thing. So it's not good to be kind, and kind is different from Mr. Nice Guy. Mr. Nice Guy is different from being nice. These are two different things. Oh, go and read books. Oh, okay. Even there's a whole book out there that says no more Mr. Nice Guy. You didn't know? Oh yeah, it exists. All right. This is what they look like. They're very dangerous. When they finally figure out that this life is real, right? That the only thing that will bring unconditional love is God. When they figure that out, that human beings, yes, they're not capable of unconditional love. Okay? They are capable of unconditional love from an emotional place, but when it comes to the grand scheme of things, you're going to have moments you feel like you're the only one giving. When that happens, remember, it's your feelings. When that happens, what do you do with that? Most people are confused when that happens. What they do is they point fingers and say, you never loved me as much as I love you. Well, and then they will come up with a terrible, oversimplified solution such as, the man must love the woman more than the man, or the vice versa. Both of them are terrible advices. Both advices are terrible. And it's usually somebody that don't go through shege that's advising that. Pay attention to that.
Cars inside buy. If you like buy her house, Mogu don't pay. So it's like 419. Now marriage is like scam.
Marriage is like a scam. No, only in Nigeria. The manosphere here is full of African American women. In Nigeria only. Marriage is like, let's continue. This guy will go collect more.
Like, go and marry this guy now. So some have taken to the next level of trying to kill you while you are alive. It's so dangerous, man.
Somebody who's been feeling some type of way is going to listen to this. They're going to go home and start looking over their shoulder like, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Let's move on to the next one. Hold on. Let's move on to the next one. There's another one here. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Shout out to Azu Arinze. Go support Azu Arinze. I'm reacting to his videos. Okay. All right, let's play this. So this one says red flags to watch out for before marriage. Let's see.
What are the red flags, that the person should watch out for, look out for?
Let me do a shameless plug at this point. We do have a new book coming out, my wife and I. You can get on the waiting list with go to loveandprestige.com. It comes out in 4 days. You can also download the PDF for free, but I'm looking for 100 reviews on both Amazon and Audible. So we're going to be getting into that campaign starting on January 1st. Okay. So, but just get on the waiting list for now. Loveandprestige.com. It's a brand new book. It's coming out. #1 red flag. Okay. And shout out to everybody, the Prestige family here today. Anyway, let's continue. It's answering the question, what are the red flags? Even Emeka is helping out with the promotion. So what are the red flags to watch out for before marriage? Let's see how this goes. Okay.
If you don't mean much to her, like your opinions, she's not investing her opinions in your opinion. Your investment is in her, trying to make her happy, and you find out sometimes so many things that not well done, but you try to understand as a man, you try to take it, take those things up and begin to x-ray them properly. Any man or woman will like you, no go that far. She said go first go buy that thing for you. Nobody is supposed to be in marriage because of money or for what you can offer. Any woman that thinks you have to give her something to be your wife, it's not about what I give to you. Our fathers didn't give anything to our mothers. They just liked each other. They want to die with you. They want to grow old with you. They love you. Tall, handsome man. Tall man. Tall man. You did triple. Say, see your beers. You fool her mind. Not all this. Babe, what? People do most of them say now Jackpako. You really like your butter, they don't do they should be careful and look out for the signs. Does she like me enough to call my wife? Have sex with her and let her go if she's not your wife.
Have sex with her, let her go if she's not your wife. All right. We can't make this shit up. We can't. We can't. I can't make this up. Am I whining me? I can't make this up. There's no way I can make this up. That's him on the screen, right? Saying that, right? Okay, now people do what they gotta do, right? What we're talking about as against a red flag. Have sex with her and let her go her own way. This is how people end up in child custody, child support court. If you're going to avoid marriage with a person, it's probably a good idea. Okay, it's probably a good idea to avoid sex with them. Yeah, you never heard the trap people before? Oh, you just pull out, Abby. Okay. This is how people end up in problem. Yep. Thank you, Jared D. Love. I appreciate you. lolanola.com/masterclass. That's where you get the books. Let's continue. He said, have sex with her and let her go her own way. This is how you get in trouble. Okay. Now, you're nursing the idea of getting married to a person, and all you are there to do is just police the situation. Why are you doing that to yourself? It's what it all. We must police the situation. With all this marriage divorce thing that's going on, you want to protect yourself? Good luck. Yeah. By looking over your shoulder every second, you just want to punish another person's child. That's it. That's all you're trying to do. It's better to stay single. If you're not willing to have the experience, work on yourself. Have the experience. Your discernment. It's obvious that this man lacks any kind of discernment skills. Work on yourself so that your discernment radars are sharp. There's just certain energy that can't be around you. If you have to put extra effort in doing that, the devil will come for you from the blind spot. There's always a blind spot in it. The only thing that covers all the blind spots is working on yourself. That's the only thing. If it doesn't sound practical enough for you, find a wise counsel to help you. Not a person that don't collect shege for inside marriage. They can't help you. They need to find help for themselves first.
It's okay, apologize. But make sure she likes you more than you like her.
Make sure she likes you more than you like her. Such a terrible advice. Could it work? Or more, you miss out on everything. In fact, she might even like you more than you like her, but you can't see it because you're coming from a place of hurt, pain, emotional discombobulation. You don't even know how to recognize love when you see one. Why? Because you're looking for red flags everywhere. Everything looks like red flag to you when you're looking for red flag. You never notice? Yes. That's how the human mind works. You see red everywhere. Everywhere, just red. Just close your eyes and don't think about red for a second. Try. How did that work out? Oh, Lord.
She don't know how much you like her. For you to even want to call her your wife, meaning you already like her. How much does she like you?
Oh, he caught that himself. But how much? Let's put it on gauge. What metrics? Kilogram? Kilometer? How many kilometers of like do you have for me before I can move forward? What do you bring to the table?
What does she discuss about with you?
Could it work?
Your business, does she take interest? Does she want to grow you? Does she remind you your appointment?
Now, let me cut him some slacks. She should be into you, okay? She should be. If she's not into you, let it go. Okay, so let me cut him some slacks there. Let's move on to the next one, okay? Let's cut him some. Let me stop the cap. Let's cut him some slacks, right? Okay, but remember, we have a whole context here, right? We're talking about not knowing what you're doing. When you don't know what you're doing, right, it will be everybody else, especially when you don't know what you're doing. It's everyone else's fault. right? You start telling on yourself, you talk on the phone anyhow, and you forgot that every single phone call is recorded. Every phone call is recorded. That's a fact. You should assume that. Yep. Emeka Ike has another son in Sierra Leone. He does? We don't know. We'll wait for Nezeville to tell us, because she might know something we don't know. Let's continue.
New beginning.
This issue that maybe
so he's talking about why I can't reconcile with my ex-wife now.
There's a project I'm doing now. I was supposed to do for Teco Benson. I was supposed to be
Let me fast this
a
forward.
money bag and a governorship candidate, rich, influential guy. And I left my hair. Though we're not doing the project again, so my manager is taking me to go treat myself, cut my hair, and get things going back again.
Okay.
So you see the Emeka used to see. But so the guest more I know, one artist and I'm about.
So what would you say has been the biggest lesson that you have learned from all these things?
Always give yourself priority in everything you do. Always make sure
Wait,
you're
biggest
praying on
lesson.
that,
Let's get
secure
this.
yourself first.
Let's get this.
Wow.
Let me get
What would you say has been the biggest lesson that you have learned from all these things?
Always give yourself priority in everything you do. Always make sure you're secured while you're securing others. Secure yourself first.
Wow.
I'm not looking so old. I left this beard. When I shave this my hair and do what I have to do, you see the EmekaIke you used to know.
Emeka does not mean that. That's what I hate about this whole thing. He needs to believe what he's saying. Make yourself priority. He needs to practice that. He needs to believe that. He needs to practice that. Feeling on yourself, you actually have to love yourself and mean it. Often, one of the ways you demonstrate that is be willing to walk away and mean it. Yes, including from your own children. Yes. Yes. Because that boy is a young man and he's responsible for his own life right now too. That's the reality. And it's no, like, that's the reality. He's a young man. He's responsible for his own life now. And God has dealt him and Emeka as a father. It is what it is. That's sad, but it is what it is. So always, he's right about prioritizing yourself. But you actually have to mean it. You have to practice it. You have to embody it. And that is not the easiest thing to do, because we're all kind of like, we all get some kind of some of our needs satisfied from contributing to other people's life, especially if your children, some ex-wife, you're looking for validation, you're looking to, that's how we're built. So it's easier said than done. That's why you might see somebody say it, but they actually have a hard time practicing it based off of their actions. There's nobody that loves themselves that will ever leave such a voicemail for their son. It does not add up. That math is not mathing. He needs to mean what he's saying at this point.
I'm fresh. Yeah, this is age. All right. So you have to always stand for yourself. You have to also love yourself more than you love any human being, even your own children. Man, love yourself, because your children, now women get children.
All right, that derailed so fast. Jesus Christ. Nobody owns the children. Go and ask Paula Ifeanyi's mother. Nobody owns the children. Women don't get children. Okay? They get children, but not. You have their custody. It's a blessing. It's another set of relationships you're blessed with, and you're responsible for nurturing them and building those relationships for your own good, as in part of your self-priority. Don't drown yourself in the idea of trying to make them happy, right? But you do your best, because you also get certain type of need, emotional needs satisfied from contributing to these people's lives, right? And in your your network is basically all you are. So we cannot disconnect from that reality that, all these people they're like your greatest asset. Your relationships, precisely, not the people. The relationships are your greatest assets. So it can't be the extreme. You can't use this to say, F the relationships. No. Two things can be right at the same time. But now he was saying that for a second, but he had the need, the urge to shame, to throw other people under the bus, just scripting. Which, listen to it.
Self, because your children, now women get children. Whether not bad or good children, and them get them because they have emotions. And when your mother cries for you, you always, even you, Azu, you always listen to mama.
And normal now, but that's not relevant to any of this. Okay? You need to go back to prioritizing yourself, working on yourself. Everything else literally does not matter because there's a downstream effect that affects everything else positively with respect to time and patience, of course. And sometimes damages are too bad and it's not going to happen in this lifetime. Okay? Sometimes the damages are too bad and it might not happen in this lifetime. But you're not missing out because you went back to taking care of yourself. I promise you're not missing out. It's tough, it's difficult, right? But you will create new experiences and you'll be fine. And then you increase the chances of them wanting to be a part of your life all over again. Thank you, Yvette. Thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Even at that one waiting for road, they for now, mama. You understand me? So that's the part why you need to love yourself and save yourself. So what are your regrets?
So you find a lot of people say all the right things, but they will mix it with poison. That was an example you just saw.
About this whole thing. No regret because I've come back. No regret. I did what I did in love. I did it with the whole.
Can you remember that? Remember when I was just saying you mean everything is saying? You paid for her school fees. You took her to job. You made her the vice chancellor of a university, whatever that is. I don't know. The school, right? Can you mean what you're saying right now and let it go? No, but that's wrong. You can't shut me down. We must let men talk. How's that working out for you? Yeah, but we must be patient. Okay, I'm patient. I'll wait.
Whole hearts. I saved you off the streets. I put you in the school. I made sure if.
Oh Lord. It's like I knew what he was about to say.
Finish schooling. I bought you. I trained you to drive cars. I bought you cars. I built for myself. Your mother's house in Ojodu was 2-bedroom. Only one room was covered with zinc. The parlor and the other room and whatever was open, and the rain. You know, you have to climb through a plank to enter that one room. Soaked room. Soaked. I converted it to a full house. I stopped her mother from selling beer parlor.
That's the Olosho mother that he referenced as prostitute earlier. In that, okay, allegedly, because I didn't see his face when he was saying that. On the recording.
I don't want celebrities. I don't want people like Azu to come and find out that my wife they sell beer parlor. Yeah, my mama they sell beer parlor for one small chance. I put her on salary. I changed their lives. Both her sisters, their school fees. Uncle Emeka. I was doing the thing that I do to others without asking them for anything. I have a program I call Off the Streets. I don't give money and put my camera, but I can change somebody's. I saw one Fulani man on the road one day. The man was standing dead. Tears was dropping on his eyes.
I don't know what he's talking about right now. It's just a lot of shalaye. Let me just quickly shout out Natu. Natu, thank you so much for the $10. I appreciate you. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Of course you did all those things for her. You plucked the girl straight out of high school. Was she supposed to be a successful middle-aged businesswoman at age 22? He probably advised young men to not go for middle-aged women or single mothers. That's another thing now these days. They remove all their focus from working on themselves. They're worrying about single mothers. You want to attract single mother now first before we start to Jesus Christ. Emeka never dressed well and not clean. He's a handsome guy but not polished. Or Emeka is screaming like Tyrese. This is what this is. But Tyrese, we don't have evidence that Tyrese has we don't have evidence that Tyrese abused anyone. The only thing we know is that Tyrese is a verbal abuser. Okay, and I'm not talking about his wife. Okay, you can just see, you can just look all the videos about his wife on the internet. That's obvious. Okay, so it is what it is. Somebody's like, he's gonna come and sue me. Hey, we'll pull out the videos now where he's been abusing all of us on the internet. Wait, but you're not in a relationship with him. I know. It's okay. All right. But we know that he, according to him, he did not abuse his wife. Yeah.
Junior.
Even this smile on Emeka Ike's face is just shalaye. You didn't know that, right? It's just shalaye. That's all it is. It's just shalaye with no evidence.
It was made for you to protect you. I have my protection. Just go. He was walking away crying. In fact, he started running at the point. I do it on the streets. I've changed a lot. So many kids will tell me, Daddy, that year he was saying I must go to school. Go and call your mother. I want to talk to them. I'm not a doctor. That other boy is not he's an engineer. I hear a lot of this and I don't make noise about it. I don't put the camera and say
except now. He doesn't make noise about it except now. He's talking about all his charity contributions. He doesn't make noise about it except just this moment. No, he's about to do extra shalaye. He doesn't put camera and walk around with it. Wait for it.
Doctor, that other boy is not he's an engineer. I hear a lot of this and I don't make noise about it. I don't put the camera and say I'm trying to save somebody's life. Really, that God will never bless you for those things. So if I've done it for a woman and I still gave you the opportunity to be my wife and I don't fancy it,
he gave her the opportunity to be my woman. It's the catch.
Then that's not a reason for me to start whatever. You don't deserve it. That's what it means. So,
but do you mean that? Like, if it means what he just said, just this last sentence, for once, his life will change instantly. But it's easier said than done. Right? I says he's not cleaning at all, and the attitude of his is repulsive. We can see his looks. I am totally convinced his life has gone to hell. And I see something that you said earlier. I wanted to catch it. Where is it? Nelly Grace says, shout out to Nelly Grace. Emeka Ike's rants have me believing that his current relationship is a shambles. Hence the reason for all this flooding all over social media. Like, it's especially bringing the present wife into the senator story. That's just looking for the devil's problems for no reason. You know what you focus on expands. Did you know that? Oh yeah, in weird, twisted ways. It has this way of expanding to the rest of your life. It becomes your experience. Because you're your mind. You know, everything is created from your mind, right? Emeka has no emotional maturity then. Now worse. No emotional intelligence, maturity, no verbal intelligence, no self-respect for himself. Yeah, the self-respect thing is big. It's huge. Tyrese raised temperature in his house in an attempt to kill Corona. I'm sure the way they were sweating in there felt like they were being punched. I don't know. Is that a real story from somewhere? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because so you break record to 8 someone? Okay. Yeah, something. Real men don't come out here ranting and raving. This clown has been divorced for about 7 years, for crying out loud. Well, they said they should speak up. This is what it looks like when men speak up and they don't do the work. I want to let you know this is what it looks like when a man speaks up and they don't do the necessary work. Yep. All right, let's continue. We have a little bit more to go.
It's nothing. I didn't lose anything. I lived me. And I was me. So that's what's important.
I just wish it means it.
Again, what are some of the things that you did in the past that you will not do again?
This guy's trying to hold him accountable. As he try. So what are the things you did in the past you wouldn't do again? Watch. This is a good moment. This is an opportunity for accountability, self-accountability. Let's see how it goes.
If you were to take this path again.
If you were to take this path again.
What are some of the things that you did in the past that you will not do again?
What were some of the things you did in the past that you will not do again? Precisely things you will not do again. That question is straightforward, Abby. I don't remember what the answer. I watched this last night. I don't remember. I was sleepy already when I was watching this. Let's see if this is an opportunity. Let's see if it takes this shot. Self-accountability. Let's see how this works out.
I'll never take you for the face value. I will never take you in for your face value. Like I tell you now, I've never dated. As in, if you know you're a girl in this Lagos and say Emeka is my boyfriend, say it. I had to have a control over myself.
Emeka, some girls, some babes, excuse me.
Okay, at least he said self-control. Let's take that as self-control. How do people thrive with so much controversy? It's totally unhealthy, and they don't mean it. They don't mean to do it. They're just being normal people like us. It's just that they have the magnifying glass on them. Social media is a star, but all of us deal with these issues at our own level. It just doesn't look exactly like this. That's why I try my best to extract that lesson for regular folks, right? But normal people are going through this. So what has he done the others haven't done? I beg, make we hear word. Let's honor him for everything he had done for other people. Nonetheless, he should pay attention to his family breaking apart. He actually has the power to put it back together. But Coconut Head is a bastard. How do you mean he gave her the opportunity to be his wife? He said it. He said that. Yes, that fake smile also says a lot about his personality. Yeah, that smile is just shalaye. A lot of that smile is shalaye. And that's why I say I need him to mean it. Like that's why people go to solitude. That's why people take some time with themselves so they can actually try to leave it in a moment. That's why people do yoga and stuff like that. So they can actually live with themselves and say, hey, heaven is not going to fall out of the skies. You might have collected shege from your experience. I don't even care who is right and wrong, because honestly, the universe does not care. The universe is just creating equilibrium. It's the survival of the fittest. And in this case, we're talking particularly emotionally. Everybody's just trying to survive. But the ones that have the skill of emotional intelligence, they win. They win in power, in love, in war, right? They win in everything. Even at your place of work. It's not because they are better than you. Oh, they might be better than you emotionally speaking, right? They know how to kiss ass without kissing ass. But you are there saying, I will never kiss ass. Ignore that person. I have a hunch in one of those red pill people. These usernames are usually like this. Oh, did I miss something? No, let me bring them up. Let me drag them. What's the name? Somebody said something. Let me drag the person. Baby, give me the name. Give me the name. Oh, alt perspective. No, leave that person alone. Let them say something a little bit more. No, I can't. Let's keep it moving. Shout out to alt perspective. Anyway, let me continue here.
I never do for girls. So what about girls? So be in charge, be in control of yourself. Have a grip on yourself. Then you are a hero.
Have a grip on yourself.
If you meet your wife again, what will you say to her? If she comes to you, maybe to say, okay,
he has a new wife now, bros.
We get this whole thing sorted out and everything. What would be your response?
I have forgiven her. I swear to God.
He has forgiven her.
She has not forgiven herself. She's still.
He has forgiven her. Wait, but he has not forgiven herself. Okay.
Allowing those men to pay.
The men. Senators. Are you senator? Senator. That particular senator in particular. Senator Onyekure.
Your daddy.
Senator Onyekure. How many times have you heard that so far? That senator. Is it me? Senator. I'm telling you. That senator. Emeka, please let the senator breathe. They will face their own.
Let be poor. Breathe.
They will catch their own. They will catch Emma. Remember Emma? Emma, the child of a prostitute, according to you? Let it go. You have to mean these things you're saying.
I interview on blog to pay Gist lovers. She's going to be on TVC tomorrow to lie, but that will destroy her more, because when I come out with some things.
At this point, it looks like this was done maybe 2 or 3 days ago. And yeah, it looks like he was afraid. He was panicking that she might go on TVC. Yeah, she ended up on Tuesday, right? Wait, hear this.
To lie, but that will destroy her more, because when I come out with some things.
How do you know she was gonna lie? Gentlemen, don't make assumptions. I know you have certain types of experience that makes you feel like you know what's going on. So it takes extra effort. You need to be extra intentional to just simply don't make assumptions. Wait for it. Be patient. Practice your patience. Don't make assumption. Even if you know. Like, if you know inside, just keep it inside. But always wait, because it's a possibility. Always a possibility you could be wrong. Right? That she's going to go there and lie. Just relax. Relax. Because you see this face? This is a person that was panicking. This person is operating from a place of fear. And when you're operating from a place of fear, you know, fear can be a good motivator. In this respect, no. You will just mention, yeah, it's a vicious cycle.
She will hate herself for coming out. She had better not try. I tell you, I've forgiven her because of my children. But I will never marry her again because I can never be sure of you. Because once I trusted you and I found out that you are the one bringing men to my house. If I bring you back to my house, I don't know when you're going to change your...
He said you were the one bringing men to my house. Should we take that as she brought men into the house, or should we take that as the men who were coming to seek him, the assassins? Remember that story? I don't know how to take that one. How do you take it?
Your mind and start your game again. You understand me? So I will not be that stupid to say, okay, come and let's be sleeping and be doing, we are forgiving ourselves. No, I'm forgiving you. I can even build her a house to be staying with my kids. I even promised her this when she was leaving. I said, please, if you don't like me enough, let me do a 3-bedroom for you anywhere in the world, in Nigeria. Then I can also be seeing you and my children. It's okay. You don't like me anymore. Can I? So let me go and think about it. She called me a month later and said, yes, I can build her.
Wait, is that a person? Eyesight, is that a real thing? Is there something I'm missing here? Senator Ambassador Richard? Who's that person? Senator Ambassador. Is that, did he drop name somewhere? Abi, you see name inside of chat somewhere? No. Wait, that name came up as US Ambassador. No. Who is Senator Ambassador Richard? Never mind. Say, Senator, God will judge you. He's cray, Oga. You are not in the lineup for the race, so don't worry about the trophy. Listen, it's deeper than that. All perspective, there's nothing red pill about my initial comment. The man married the woman and not the other way around. So he's correct when he said you should have. So he's correct when he said that he gave her the opportunity to be his wife.
How, Sway?
Let me just leave you alone. Shout out to Alt Perspective. Okay. Oh more. See theory. Let's continue.
House. But if I must come to see my children, I'll give her 3 months notice. Hello. I will give it.
So she said, yeah, build me a house, but if you want to come and see your children, you have to give me 3 months notice. That woman, if that's true, that woman showed him shege.
You don't like me anymore. Can I? So let me go and think about it. She called me a month later and said, yes, I can build her a house.
Keep in mind, EmekaIke is a bona fide lover boy. He was begging this woman. As much as Alt Perspective say they marry and they give her opportunity, he was begging this woman to stay. And men will do that for a good reason, because the last thing a man wants, even in bad behavior, is for his home, his household to break apart. Okay, it's his thing of pride. He wants to be able to say I have my home together regardless of my bad behaviors, and all. He wants to be able to, and he got away with that for a long time. But obviously everybody's getting called out on their bullshit, both men and women these days, right? So he, he said, I'll even build you. He begged, he said, I'll build your house. People were like, if I build a house, and that one said, I need 3 months notice before you come and see your children.
Let me go and think about it. She called me a month later and said, yes, I can build her a house. But if I must come to see my children, I'll give her 3 months notice. Hello. I will give you 3 months notice before I come to see my children. This will not get sense. So she's not thinking peace. She's thinking she can fight this fight through and use those people.
Oh, she wasn't thinking peace. So this is you retaliating. You're being vindictive. So this is your moment to not think peace too. Is that what I'm picking up?
Those are stupid friends that let her out, and her families.
It's always the friends and families that let them out. Never mind that this person, remember Tyrese too, right? This person just doesn't want to be there anymore for whatever reason. Since you were never patient to find out, for whatever reason, no reasons as I like to call it, she just doesn't want to be there anymore, right? You never took the time to find out, so okay. But all these stupid friends, it's just point fingers everywhere else.
Some of our family members are very great because some of them came to kneel down to beg her in court to please. What is wrong with you? This man wants you back. Are you okay? No, I want to go. No, I want to go. Those stupid friends saying, we live in Magodo, we live in Shangisha, is a lie. What address were they living at? Those are G's they put together to be forming as if they know things and keep pushing this battery. You said I trusted you. You wrote it down when we went for counseling.
Unfortunately, your PA threw you under the bus yesterday when he said Mama did it first, which means you did something second. That's your PA. That PA lost credibility for me, so let's leave that aside.
The pastor said, write 5 things about him you love. 5 things. And 5 things you hate about him. Emeka do the same thing. He trusts me. He lost his family. Meaning including her. A man who trusts his wife, who loves his family, please tell me, would that same man be a constant bachelor? Excuse me. The papers are there. She wrote it with her hands. They're still there. I've not destroyed them. I've kept them. He trusts me. So what did you do with my trust? You tell me to fool my trust and think you can use social media and twist it? You should start this war. Wallah, I won't stop until I tell the world who she really is. Then she will know she will have no value in Nigeria. I know where I am from. My father, my mother, I know them. My father is the Opuruzowodoke in Omaburum community. Opuruzowodoke means the first person that picks, if they divide anything in that community, the first person that comes to make a pick. And with autonomy, he's a king. As an autonomous society, community right now, I am a king. I am blue blood. I have elders who listen to me. I have elders that will never make anything in that community without telling me. And I'll tell them what to do. I have a trace. I have a history. I'm not just, my mother knows this person, this mother. So my father, no. I know my papa's house. Where is your father's house? Somebody was saying that his father lives in Magodo. Father, you see Papa before. I know we'll talk the story. Let her go on TVC tomorrow. Then she will see the story of her life.
Not be juju be that.
Make her close my mouth. Sorry. More. It's a struggle. Listen, when I was in horror, I meant that. That's a man that just doesn't know where to start from. Okay. This happened over the past few days, last 2 days or so. Okay. Over this last week. This happened over the last week. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my shield. That guy don't collect.
To reconcile and let bygone be bygone. What will be your reaction?
I said I've forgiven her. I will reconcile. I will talk to her. I will talk to her.
Wait. Did this guy just ask the same question again? Is he a therapist or something?
You doing what?
He said he has forgiven her. She has not forgiven herself in 10 years. She was the one who left, remember? And she doesn't want back. There's a disconnect somewhere. Let's continue.
Look, you are evil, and you push your.
I thought he just said, "Oh, that guy was making sense when he asked again."
Evil too far. Go and give your life to Christ. Shelve your friends. Delete your phone number.
Wait. Did he just bring Jesus into this?
You doing what?
He just brought Jesus into it. Huh.
You dey use your function to play.
Keyword constant batterer. Allegedly. Because I really didn't see the tabloids from the back. I think they say it's on Ireland or stuff. Emeka, from every indication, you've not gotten over this breakup, and Emma, you're still very hurt. That's why you have no peace. Too much talking to take off the paint up feelings. There's a lot going on there. So she's responsible for her own paternity. I didn't know. Said no papa anywhere. How is he going to marry her again? Divorce the South African woman in Germany? He must be dreaming to think the ex-wife will take him back. Is that French? I don't know how to read that. Bon chance, good to see you. Emeka, you're mean. From what you've just said, one can tell what Emma has passed through your hands. Too much insult. You know, evidence. Emeka does not have evidence, but we have evidence for everything else. And then that's what he's not getting. But he's like, no, I will fight. You see that you can't make this shit up. No, I can't. Jesus, hey, how did he get to this? I'm wondering. No, let's continue. He said he needs to give her life to Christ. She needs to give her life to Christ.
Change your SIM card. Delete your social media. Live a good life. And the police already knows I've complained about my life. The only thing happened to me now you. Because my Michael, where's your daddy? Oh, he has gone to this place. Don't send any criminals to me. Because if they kill me there, now you, I don't put your name down.
Even the son's name, did you hear that son's name? Is that me? Did I miss that?
And the police already knows I've complained about my life. The only thing happened to me now you. Because my Michael, where's your daddy? Oh, he has gone to this place. Don't send any criminals to me. Because if they kill me there, now you, I don't put your name down. Go ahead with my kids.
Did I say something about fear? I think I mentioned fear, right?
Whatever you want, I'll give you as money. Whatever you want, I'll do it for you because of my kids. But not that you keep selling that lie, trying to turn my children against me, trying to put things on their head, putting them.
See, the turn your children against me is a normal thing that a man feels when he's collected shege from a woman. It's a normal thing. It's one of the first thoughts that comes to their head, especially when they, it's a normal thing. Okay, so it takes extra intentionality at trying to discover the skill set that you did not know before to get into a space where you say, Telenko, of course the children are spending more time with they're confused at best. They're not manipulated, they're confused because they're coming from a broken home. And especially if the parents cannot figure out how to co-parent, they will be confused. You're watering it down when you say manipulated. You're disconnected from the reality. They will be confused. This is additional layer of trauma they have to deal with in life, and it's their responsibility because they'll become adults. It becomes their responsibility. They can run around and say this is what it is, but they should do that just so they can understand, not to blame you. That will be in their best interest too, right? But forget your children. Let's talk about you. You're still a fine young man and you can figure this out. And all it takes is stop the bleeding immediately. Stop. Just stop altogether. Just stop. Let's talk about Malaika. That's all we should be talking about. When you say, I don't want to talk about my family, mean it. I say, that's life. Just mean it. Yeah, I agree. It's easier said than done. Precisely why it is highly rewarding, because most people will not do it. They take the easy route out, pour out their emotions, because women say, come and speak your truth. You too, you fell for it and you start speaking your truth on the internet anyhow. How's that working out for you? Right? Speak up does not mean jump into the media space and start speaking. That's not what it means. It means talk to someone. That's what it means ultimately, and I advise it. But with the internet, you go collect. They will drag you. The person who is giving you sympathy is actually dragging you. Did you pay attention to that? The person that's actually giving you sympathy is dragging you, literally, effectively. They're making it worse for you.
Into whatever thing that maybe giving them chemicals or substances that will make them not understand themselves. I will fight you. I'll fight you. I'll fight you till I destroy you, because you're not a human being. You destroyed me. I want to go ahead and destroy my kids. This war, those your friends will never be able to face you. They will run at the end of the day.
Wait.
So the best bet is for her to remember.
I just saw somebody in the background say Jesus. And it's not from here. Let me see.
This war, those your friends will never be able to face you. They will run.
Somebody said Jesus in the background of this guy's video. It wasn't him. Somebody's in the background listening. That person said Jesus. So imagine what Emma feels.
At the end of the day.
Imagine what Michael feels. Feeling. It doesn't mean their father is going to hurt them. But the feelings they're actually much more powerful. Because oftentimes we water it down, we act like it's not real.
So the best bet is for her to remember, come to her senses.
Only thing for Aziz like
the man that told her come out of his house. Where is he today? Where are they today? Where are they today?
The men. Again, the men.
And not continue being stupid like her mother was stupid. You have a mother
that
has 3 kids from 3 different men. A grandmother that has 5 kids.
That's the grandmother of your children. What is going on? For this one.
You are a mumu man.
Jesus. Ladies, how do you like it when men speak up? They should come and speak up, right? So you can feel like they have emotions like you too. You love it when men speak up. You like it now? Yeah, we should normalize it and encourage it and normalize it and encourage it. Why? Because you're looking for drama to drag on the internet. No, it's a terrible advice, gentlemen. Don't mislead men. It's a terrible advice. They should speak up. They should speak to someone, not speak up. It's a bad idea. Terrible idea.
From 5 different men. These are stories I didn't know before I got married to her. Watch
You didn't know before you got married to her. From 5 different men.
yourself.
And you had 4 kids with her.
It should not lead you. Let your head lead. You should change and be a different narrative. Don't think you can continue going like, because here is your doom. Me in a star where you bring down. I lost so much branding. I lost so much. As in, I was
getting
branded,
hungry now.
I was branded to brand products. But this always comes ahead. They say he used to beat his wife. He has an issue with his wife. Women, listen. Get to an office. No be that man when they beat his wife with this. I can't let you continue doing that. You can't keep doing that. I'll fight you. I will tell the world the truth, which I'm not supposed to do for some reasons. But if you're pushing to...
Okay, here's why you don't want to tell the world, not necessarily the truth, your truth. Okay? Your truth are yours, and you deserve them. Your experience are your experience, and you have them, and you should share with someone. Absolutely, you deserve to share with somebody, but it needs to be done within a controlled environment. Your truth are filled up with feelings, rightfully so, because you've gone through something, right? Just because you've gone through something does not equate to you were the victim necessarily. You might have been the victim. I don't know the full story. I wasn't there. Right? But no, you shouldn't say your truth to the public. Say, right? I don't know how to say that in English. Everybody has something, one thing or the other they're walking around with that they would like to be better. They know how to contain it in a way that it doesn't get messy, because when too many monitoring spirits enter it, it also tampers with your own feelings and your capability to sort it out. So you make issues more complex for yourself. So let's say, for example, no, you don't. Let's say you're just. I never got caught up. I don't get caught up in what those people are saying. Well, your children could. Your ex-wife could. The ex-wife is effectively a person that you must maintain some level of relationship with because of those kids. Never mind what I said you should. You want to, because that's where the anger is coming from. That's why. See, when somebody tells you something, you also need to take the time to understand the why. If they say don't speak up, and I tell you don't speak up to the public, you need to understand the why. Because if you get stuck at don't speak up, are you dismissing? Like, no, nobody's dismissing you. I still want you to speak to someone. But in the public, outside of a controlled environment. So what would be a controlled environment if you were to say this in public? You need to have a professional publicist to help you package things, have a conversation. People that have the EQ to be able to handle this kind of stuff. Say, okay, say this part, don't say that part. Well, why can't I say that part? It's just the truth. Welcome to the real world. Your truth can be used against you. They can destroy you with it. That's the real world we live in. Okay? And then the other side of that is you might say, hey, I don't care. Well, you're dangerous to the rest of us at that point. Because you actually care, but you're disconnected from that reality. You care, that's why you're angry. Or you're coming off as angry. So I don't put that on you. Like, oh, I'm not angry. Okay, you're coming off as angry. Okay? Emeka insulting Emma is indirectly insulting yourself. Didn't you see the blue blood girls before going to Emma? You question your wife's paternity? What a shame. You're indirectly insulting your kids. Exactly. Yourself. It's lack of self-respect. When you start talking like this, you lack self-respect. Yes, including with ex-wives. Look yourself in the mirror and say, yes, I lack self-respect. It's okay. It's not the end of the world, but say it to yourself now. MOP, all jokes aside, I hope his family members are watching all this. He needs to be in-housed. He seriously needs mental help and drug rehab. I don't know. The drug thingy, he might be smoking weed and be on some drugs and stuff, but it sounds coherent enough for me to say it doesn't have to be drugs. A lot of normally walking around people sound. Have you not seen the responses, the opinions on the internet, including women? This is a 50-50 situation. A lot of women are taking sides with him. All those people are on drugs too. There are normal people who think that this. He's dealing with mental health issues. You mean? Yeah, Victoria. Yes. Yeah, these are mental health issues, absolutely, because it can tamper with him, because he's hurting himself in the process. Which kids? The one you disowned and told them to go F themselves? He also has kids with three, not to say that. He also has 3 kids with different women. 3 different women. What is his point? According to that recording, at least. Definitely mental health issues. Yeah, please seek help, Emeka. Oh my God. You guys didn't know it was this much? You didn't see these videos before? Shout out to Azu. Which brand endorsement? Unless you were selling brooms and dustpans, I beg, shift. He needs to serious help. They should go interview him because it will lead to nothing. They should stop interviewing him. They will keep interviewing him with content too. That would be unrealistic expectation. If you grant interview, they will grant him. He needs people in-house that don't have anything to gain from monetizing his brand to tell him, like, bro, outside of talking about Malaika, you have to be extra intentional about that. I wouldn't want to remove him from work, because that's another thing that kills humans faster. Okay, I don't want to remove him from work. I don't think that's a good idea, but he definitely needs some good people in his corner to help. And to help is not a bad thing. Yeah, don't feel less than a man because you need help. I need help in certain aspects of my life right now. Trust me. Okay, and I'm seeking help. I'm speaking up. I'm just not doing it on the internet, because the monitoring spirits on the internet are powerful. Anyway, let's continue.
So far. Well, we'll continue the fight. Okay, now a lot of your fans didn't see this coming. Some of them will no doubt be embarrassed. Some of them will be shocked.
Somebody is saying, it's not nice to talk about your mother of your children. I see it there. This is what they keep.
See, he's reading fear. They're interviewing him, he's reading the comments. Watch this.
This coming. Some of them will no doubt be embarrassed. Some of them will be shocked.
Somebody is saying, it's not nice to talk about your mother of your children. I see it there. This is what they keep saying, sentimental fools. Mother of your children that sent assassins to you to kill you.
Can I claim that Emeka Ike abused me? Can I do that? Because it's attacking the people in the comments now.
Is that a mother? If you were there, what life does your children have? Excuse me, sentimental fool. If she succeeded in killing you, does your children have life? Mother of your children. That, okay, it's better for me to go and get assassins, to go and kill her. I can't afford assassins. So you that want to go and make peace with assassins against your husband, which is more livid? Mother of your children. Sentimental rubbish. Sentimental rubbish. So if they have slaughtered me the night they came to my house, which I have their evidences around, the cases are all in police station, I've incidented. Was I not fighting Ibn Abo? Was I not fighting?
Your mother said, I've told you guys about my mother telling me something like that in the past. Fast, don't collect.
Was I not fighting Sheba Arise? How did I know it's you? Come to the court and see if you won the case. Mother of your children, please, nobody should be stupid in saying the mother of your children. Mother of your children. How about the father of your children? How about killing the father of your children? What do you want to turn those children to? Fatherless children? Fathered by bastards on the road? Fathered by idiot ritualists? Fathered by political ritualists while he's alive or dead? You should stop being prison, allowing Lucifers to reign, Delilah's to reign and say it's the mother of your children. I made a mistake.
You know, you just said something. You know, some of these allegations that you just made.
All right, this guy's the smile on his face. He might get smacked off his face because Emeka is serious now. You see this, please? And then he has a smirk on his face.
Now, what happens if your wife comes out to say they're not true or that you don't have?
Let her say it. I will prove it. If she wants the case, I'll give it to her now. Am I running? She say it's not true. Then I'll give you evidences. She evidence no day. I will give you. We go to all the police stations. I bring all the cases I've been filing for assassins coming to my house. Beat you what? Who do you beat recklessly? That is the lie. Beat what? Beat where? Where? Your children didn't see you beating them, except now she has taken them to murder them and say, oh, please, your father will send me to jail. He'll send me to jail. Please deny it. Please deny it. Even at that, I'll follow her up and I'll expose her legally first. Then we'll do the police work. Then when she did there, when police don't satisfy, say, there's a crime here, then you will now know the truth. Is it the press? Is it Instagram that will judge my matter?
My brother, you know,
don't edit my.
Let us pause this thing here. Let us pause.
Don't edit.
He said, don't edit it. He doesn't want it removed. He wants you to show it.
Don't edit my interview.
No, I'm not.
I will take you to court. Don't edit it. Let it be so because any blogger that edits my interview and bring out a part to make a case.
Yeah.
My lawyer is waiting for you.
Baba, stop that thing now. Stop now.
You are a mumu man.
No lawyer is taking anything. Don't worry. In fact, I can prosecute you for the abuse we just encountered just now as fans.
You know you can be prosecuted for that.
Okay, you can be prosecuted for that. Now to say, which husband? You guys are not married now. Sure, you don't divorce her. This guy is pained. Anger management is needed. Toby and Tribe, hello. Kate is dope at work here. Okay, dope could be there. His eyes is doing all kind of, I just don't know. Criminals are autonomous. Not everyone is sent. Just say you did not have money for proper security. Because he keeps attaching assassin to his wife and no evidence yet. Baba is just lying. They should stop referring her to as his wife, please. Ex-wife. I thought he has a new wife. In fact, according to her, it was customary court and they were Hawaii or Dudu's type of wife. I don't believe him saying that she's bringing men to the house. He keeps coming up with different things to shame her. I'm catching up. All right, Chinye, I see you're catching up. That's what's up.
Like, just lover, we won't cover your face.
I'm not.
We will know who be.
This guy is threatening G-Lover. We're not afraid of G-Lover. It's just that if you are washing your dirty linen and you live in a glass house, I don't know. Like, if you have like remnants of your life out there, like your child who quote unquote is blackmailing you, your ex-wife, you want to be threatening G-Lover. Why?
Who be Oba? Oba, we will know who you be. We will trace you. If not, we will shut you down.
All right. So the only person that can trace Oba or G-Lover are people that don't have any ulterior motive or personal motive. Because once you do, you probably will lose. Because again, you're operating from a place of emotions. You probably will lose. Oh God, he doesn't know. See why he's asking that they should shut down social media? Is it making sense? There's always an ulterior motive. Could it work? You know, could it work? Now, until the public start to complain, the public, not celebrities, not senators, until they start to complain how social media is hurting them, if they don't complain to a certain level, it will never shut down. Could it work? They will ask you, that's why you're a celebrity. Hire a public PR person to help you. That's what they said. Even TD Jakes gone, all he could do is make a statement. And that's a very powerful person. Say, I'm not going to address lies. I'm going to do my job. That's what he said. You think you are smarter or wiser than TD Jakes? I bet. No, we're not going to be no wussy, man. I'm just going to speak to the truth and speak to power. Baba, you're not powerful. TD Jakes is powerful. You think you're wiser than him? Anyway, let's continue.
We have the capacity. You can't be a terrorist. That's a terrorist you are. Oba, you're a terrorist. If you're not faced, if you don't, this is me, EmekaIke, talking, and you are writing about me, and I can't see your face. I don't have your address. Then you put up anything against me up there, and put your people to begin to follow up, to blackmail me. Oba, what's the bus stop?
This guy, oh my God. He go collect.
Most memorable role and why. That was where we stopped.
Oh yes. Derico became so viral that people thought I was actually Derico.
Okay.
Anywhere I run,
I think I was seeing this. I guess that's when. Okay, let's watch this one. There you go.
To new beginnings.
There's no job anywhere for any educated Nigerian. I don't know. We've not factored our education properly into the labor markets. There should be some way that we factor our labor market into the number of students that are being churned out of the universities every year.
This was the beginning when he was still talking very calm. So he's talking about why I quit engineering for acting. That's good. Somebody said engineer EmekaIke. They also label him that too. That's good for him. You know, some of us are engineer by degree. Anyway, let's do this. There's one more quick story that I think we should cover, that we can laugh and just go home and sleep and relax with your family tonight. I want to say shout out to everybody that's been hanging out. About 165 of you strong here. I don't know how you got here. Let's just thank YouTube. But do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. Okay, like, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified. We go live here all the time. So, and make sure you subscribe so you're notified, and turn up all your notifications. How many times did I say that? So you don't miss out on what we're doing here. I'm glad I was able to bring some value. But I'll be right back. Let's cover one short story in about 5 minutes, and then we'll be out of here really quickly. All right? Yeah.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing.
All right, welcome back. Let me play this video. Let's bring Yule. Yule had to say something about this.
Yo, EDOCHIE throws weight behind Emeka Ike.
Kilo Shella, you can fast forward. You know what? Let me not use this one. Let me use Yule is supporting Emeka Ike, basically. All right, Yule is somewhat supporting Emeka Ike. Let's see. Okay, I found it. There you go. Broken marriage saga. Don't let anybody pull you down. Okay. So here's it. It says, "Good day to have. Oh, good to have you back in the game, big bro." Now I have a question for all of you here that you are you know, if you find yourself in a position where Yule is supporting you, at least in this era, it's probably wrong. It's probably a bad idea. All right. It says, "Good to have you back in the game, big bro. The legendary Emeka Ike Odogu. You're one of the actors who inspired me to come up. I'm a big fan of your work. We love you, bro. Trust me, the people who love you are more than your haters. But the haters always make more noise. Ignore the noise. Don't let nobody bring you down. Keep your head up, boss. Life will constantly try to pull you down. No gree. One nke chili. What does that mean? Chinye. Nobody house good pass. Forget the romantic pictures you see couples post on social media. If people tell you their own family, voila, you go run. Even the people where they interview your family people, they cash out. Their own house no good. Your family matter no concern anybody. Who's right or wrong no concern anybody. Now you and madam go settle that one. What matters to us, your fans, is to see you happy and doing that thing we love you for, which is your work." He actually didn't say anything too bad. We did with you, big bro. Everything you've ever lost, this is the time to get it back. Actually, I would endorse this message. Except that it's Emeka Ike that's bringing the matter himself, but let's pretend like he's not the one that brought it to the internet, okay, for a second. Everything you ever dreamt of becoming, this is the time to go for it with your work and your name. The name Emeka Ike is crested by God. Nobody can bring you down except you. That's a good point. Never back down, never stay down. No grief for anybody. The sky is your starting point. Soon we go jam for set again. We love you, big bro. Koichili Nwane. What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, somebody help me. Oba will drag you with your blocos. You won't achieve jack by telling the world who she is. Emeka, you won't win. Nobody wins. When the family feels, nobody wins. Yep, I struggle to believe this guy is sober. These things affect cognitive thoughts. I think when people think of an addict, they imagine a homeless person. Yeah, I hear you. You know, I'm not a professional in that angle too, so I don't know. If I were the South African wife, I would be so afraid. Keeper says, funny thing about both Yule and Emeka, they were the ones who jumped online to spill their own tea and struggling to deal with the aftermath. But you know, let's just pretend like we didn't know that part. Let's focus on the positive message, right? You too, Emeka, you have children from 3 different women and men. So trying to shame your children's grandma doesn't make you look any better. Let me see what they're saying on Insta blog. Say, Omo, the way people hate this Yule, sometimes I ask myself, if past this thing where you do, I be another thing they involve. You go do all right. I don't think people hate him. I think people can smell bullshit. That's all. Yule is welcoming Emeka to the group. Oga, when our case is different too. Yule, please refrain from any association with this, as your connection could contribute more criticism and tarnish Emeka's reputation. Oh, ouch. Your endorsement carries a negative influence and may negatively impact the image of anyone you support. Also, his case doesn't equate to the level of the embarrassment and social ridicule you so gracefully acquired for yourself. And of course, your commitment to avoiding redemption while basking in the bliss of ignorance is truly admirable. Today. If Yule is in support of you, just know you're in the wrong. It's how you'll always look for people that got a failed marriage to group in. Bro, doesn't want to be miserable alone for real. Miserable loves company. That's human behavior. Your case is different. Rest, I beg. Adultery is different from domestic saga. Well, we don't know everything yet. We shall see. Bon Chance say, I'd like to know what he has been doing in Germany. He has a wife and a child, maybe even two. I agree with you to an extent. He doesn't need to continue to shame. He doesn't need to shame his wife. He's bringing himself down. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. Let's end it right there, because I've actually held certain resources hostage in my area here. But shout out to all of you. I appreciate you. Hopefully you've been enlightened. Tomorrow we're going to try to do a call-in show, so you can call in and give your opinions and stuff, because I don't think this is ending anytime soon. All right, but do me a favor, hit that like, share, subscribe on your way out if you haven't done so. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.